From the open shore I have learned to fly, soaring past the great divide. Voices that surface seem to call out all the lies. There's a hidden door on the ocean floor. Do these dreams belong to me? If it calls my name, am I awake and near?
Alright, hello everyone. How's it going? Yeah, dude, I got early access to Limbus. Poggers. Let's fucking go. Except I didn't. We have like early access to Leviathan, which everyone has access to, so fuck it, right? How's your days going, everyone? Limbus, Lumbus, Ligmus, Ligma, Sugma. And other comments. Hello, Pretty Puddin', how's it going? Hello, Hidden, hello, Bomb. I'm grinding steaks at FGO, send help Lamau. Yeah, I'm fucking, you say that. I may low-key have my here, you know what? Real quick, just pull up the whole ass monitor. I may have a macro going on FGO, farming fucking proofs of heroes. Which is gonna leave, this is gonna stay here, by the way. This is gonna stay on in the background while we're reading. I'm just gonna tab over it every once in a while and then fucking press the macro button and then watch it continue going burr. Riveting, I know, right? We're gonna ignore that. That shit, we're gonna let that fucking farm itself. Because I just got the most fun FGO experience. Nah, dude, FGO's fine. Like, it's fucking fantastic. The only issue is that I've currently rolled my boy that I have been fucking hunting for the last, like, 4 years since he came out, Arthur, and I finally fucking got him today. Like, I literally woke up this morning and was just like, alright, I need some fucking gacha energy right now. And, I went and started out the fucking Valentine's Day stuff, which, yeah, I know the Valentine's Day isn't, like, is almost done. I don't like Amore. I'll be real with you. I don't like Amore. I'm not a fan of her. I hate her character design. It's gross. However, I decided to start just to see if I could get any extra oh, cam's a bit out of focus. Hold on. Let me see if I can slap it and make it work. Yeah, don't worry. So is the stream topic of conversation where I'm just fucking rambling about FGO instead of doing, Lumbus stuff. Hello. What? Hello, it's me. I am in focus, I think. Here, let's scoot it. I was about to say, I feel like that's not accurate, Mr. Camera. There we go, that should be good. Clean word. Let us read Leviathan from your glasses. Yeah, fucking... You don't want to see my glasses. My glasses are, fucking nasty at the moment. Oh, dude, I had a JP account with only Arthur Proto and later got OG Artoria from a single and I lost that account. That's a shame, dude. I love Arthur. Arthur's one of my favorite fucking characters in this. It's my boy, my lad, damn it. All the glasses look clean unless you wear them. Accurate, terrifyingly so. Does the camera still look a little bit weird, or now that this might just be my glasses being goofy? Regardless, we're reading fucking Leviathan today. We'll probably go throw some more appropriate background music on. Here, you know what? We're gonna actually go to... No, wait, this is fine. This is actually the one that I wanted to go to. Wow, poggers. Insane how they managed to do that. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll go to main with... And then window capture. And go grab... Not BlueStacks. Here it is. Yay! Leviathan. Leviathan-y. Libby Man. Content. Fuck it. Yeah. So, I will say I have read, like, the first 3 pages of this. Because I was like, hey, I wanna read Leviathan, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna stream this or just, basically live tweet about it on the Discord. And, I decided, fuck it, we'll stream it. Lesbian. My favorite Project Moon content. Lesbian. I also enjoyed Wonderlab. Did I turn on Do Not yeah, no, honestly, that's a mood. Christmas in February, Pog! Also, something cool about Leviathan is that it confirms that Christmas exists in the PM-verse, thereby making Jesus canon. I mean, I think we all knew that Jesus was canon already. One sin exists, and he's basically just a Jesus stand-in. Yeah, all of this makes me think even harder that this setting is just very distant future setting. But is there a god? Well, there's a god of the city. 2, 4, 7, 6, 8, 6, 6, 1, 0, 0, 2, 6, 8, 0, 6, 4. Anyway. Oh, is it is actually confirmed this is the future? Oh, okay. I've just been speculating. I was like, this is either, like, very far distant future or, like, alternate reality that's pretty fucking... We saw, like, I don't know, 5 gods so far. We've only seen one that's actually been referred to as a proper god of the city, and that was the fucking prescripts that are behind, the like, concept of the prescripts themselves. It's a future where the world is out of resources, but they find the singularities and live off that. Seems about right. However, before we go too deep into Project Moon lore discussion, let's read some Leviathan. I actually kind of wanted to be a little zoomed in more. There we go. So this, I don't fully trust this. Because, like, the city, as far as I am familiar with it, is like a fucking terrifying dystopian hellscape. Playing Hi-Fi Rush, it crashes my PC from time to time, but it's awesome otherwise. Bro, Nona, Hi-Fi is goated. But it's so nice. Yeah, that's why I'm dubious about it, is this looks like really comfy and a genuinely nice place to live. You planning on going all in today? All in as in trying to finish Leviathan? Yeah, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but if the chapters are similar length as, like, Wonderlab, this shouldn't take too terribly long. And if they're longer, fuck it, more content. I also don't know how much there is past the actually officially translated stuff. It's not too long. Yeah, that's most of what I've heard. But I think this has got to be a nest. There's no way that this is the fucking backstreets. Like, backstreets, as we have been led to believe, are like grimy fucking awful locations of danger and agony. Like, this looks like this is too nice to be the backstreets. It's either not the backstreets or it's the backstreets of a really good district. Couple of chapters from the official. Okay, it's only 20 chapters. I had assumed this was a nest. Everything's fine when the sun's up. Yes, you've made that comment twice now, and that's not ominous at all. What could possibly go wrong? I'm not gonna read out a lot of the content. I'm just gonna kind of scroll past it as we go. But already the art is just fucking fantastic. And this is Virgil, right? This is Virgilius. This is our judgment cut boy. He looks like, yeah, this is V. This is our lad. And he's apparently the boss of what looks to be a fixer office. Such ambitious eyes, Virgilius. Virgil. So an afternoon is certain someone gets to leave early. I love their design. The fucking... just everything about it. Eye patch, cool. Outfit, neat. Is this, okay, important question. Is this right to left or left to right? It looks like it's left to right here, because I can't tell if this is a dude or a lady, but they tossed the thing over here and then they slapped him in the face with it. Or they could have been slapped in the face and then tossed it to the ground. Not certain. Oh no, I hope nothing bad happens to them. I believe a she? Ew. Well, we'll see. It kind of flows more left to right, so I'm gonna read it a little more left to right. Did this motherfucker just use the word niblets? Ah, yes, the niblets of busy work. Wow, they're such good friends. What a wonderful cast of characters. I'm sure nothing is gonna fucking happen to them. Gender in Project Moon is always confusing. Yeah, it's always deliberately designed to be neutral, which is why it's super confusing when people show up to my fucking YouTube videos and give me fucking vague murder threats because I decided to respond to fucking the Wonderlab video like, hey, yeah, the character pronouns in this are all neutral, so I'm just gonna stick with that. And then they're like, no, you can't fucking do that! And it's like, you have a Project Moon! You have a fucking Mio picture as your PFP, what is wrong with you? Like, what is fucking... No shit! Like, have you played these games? Do you understand the context? God damn, man. Goblins. Entities. Fucking internet dumbasses. Unsurprising. Did you think you're chucking that paper? Come on, big guy, it ain't fair. The English translator in PM is pretty wild in terms of vocabulary they use. Yeah, Nona. Not Nona. Casual Watson is their name on Twitter. They hopped into the comments in the Wonderlab video, and I've been following them on Twitter ever since, even if they do repost a lot of furry stuff that's like... It's not sexual, but man, I would just rather not see furry stuff on my timeline 24/7, you know? I don't remember their other name, but they're Casual Watson. I've got them followed on Twitter. Yeah, they're cool people. What does niblets mean? It's like small, inconsequential bits. Netzok could pull off looking like a girl with the right hairstyle. Oh, absolutely. He already kind of does. But yeah, Watson has a pretty fucking massive vocabulary, and so the translation stuff... I don't know if Watson just does the translation or the typesetting, but regardless, whoever works on the translation stuff has a pretty fucking massive vocabulary, which is important. Their theme song's a very diverse vocabulary, too. Only makes sense to have the big one in the regular text. That tracks. Come on, big guy? This guy does not look that... Oh, no. That guy's big. This guy's not big. Netstock the he-him queen. True. True. Denby, no one's waiting at your place. Oh, no. I like this guy. I like the big dude. Gender does, in fact, exist in Project Moon world because wives and husbands exist. Yes, but, like, they are generally speaking, unless it has something directly to do with the plot, they don't really bother establishing whether or not gender is a thing for a character. Like, this one, or most everyone here. Like, you can probably put together that this is a dude. But then you've got characters like this, where it's like, that could be a waifu, that could be a husbando, like, they kind of fall directly into the middle. Like, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with having characters that fall into the gender middle zone. Like, just like there's nothing wrong with having characters that are obviously one thing or another. It's all just creative. It's good shit. Yeah, poor Denby doesn't have anyone fucking waiting for him? Damn, that's unfortunate. Oh no, wait, is this Denby? I think this is Denby. We'll let this one slide. Our operator has kids waiting for him. Oh, wait, Virgil has kids? Uh-oh. Yeah, your gender doesn't matter if your life is in danger. Pretty much, yeah. Okay, unlike you. I'm trying to figure out who they're all referring to here. I know we've been on this fucking page for a minute, but where do you think checking that paper We've got to let this one slide. Our operator has kids waiting for him. Unlike you, Denby, no one's waiting at your place. So, has no kids waiting, has kids waiting. Hopefully Virgil doesn't have kids waiting, because I imagine if Virgil's going on a fucking cross-city bus trip, he's not going to have a lot of time to visit his kids. Ah, glasses. Tinted glasses. Sunglasses is the kids. I've read the entirety, and after a certain point, I didn't know who was who based on their names. Yeah. And I clean them spotless every night, and that seems like that gets very tedious after a while. For you, if you all ever happen to be busy, so you can stop complaining. We're harping at you. No sweat, dear boss. Just grab the goodies. Goodies for the kids. Okay, so he... Oh, no, Virgil does have kids. Uh-oh. Oh, they gave him Christmas presents, too? Firecrackers, an apple, a Santa hat, and a bag. And a burlap sack, presumably with a fucking pile of puppies in it or some shit. This is too happy. This is early game shit, and it is too happy. They'll be delighted to have a visit from Santa. Presents from us, take them with joy. That'd be cool for our boss to do something like this for once. I figured beards wouldn't suit you, so I prepared firecrackers instead. Bro, what? Where is my trauma? You'll get your trauma. I know it's coming. Also, I like that this guy just gave him a fucking apple. Ho, 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 ho. Also, I would like to point out how interesting it is that this series starts on Christmas Eve, and Limbus was going to drop like the day before Christmas Eve. So, This up a Y and apple. Okay, so we are pointing out the fact that the apple is weird. Ain't anything like that, so just take it. 'Twas a tradition to gift apples on the eve back in District 8. I know, enough questions. Long missed bonding between workmates is nice and all, but Santa has places to be, so we better let him off. It's getting dark, so take care on the way. Tell the kiddos I said hi. It's getting dark, so take care on the way there makes me nervous. I'm gonna finish this stage at Hi-Fi and come back to read with you all. God bless, dude. Thank you for stopping by. First chapter of Leviathan also released on Christmas Eve, too. There you go. That is too happy to be Project Moon. Wait a fucking minute. I'm waiting for the fucking other boot to drop here. There's definitely gonna be the like, oh, there it is! Wow, the city decorates really nice for Christmas, as it turns out. I'm beginning to suspect that every time that we've seen the city out of the purview of the characters that we've seen in Lobotomy and LOR, it seems like kind of a nice place to be, and a lot less like perpetual agony than those groups tend to make it seem. I'm wondering if they're kind of unreliable narrators, because Roland's been through some shit, Ayan and the whole group went through some shit. I don't know. Is curious. I'm waiting for that statement to bite me in the ass later, too. This is what we call a bait. It pops up into the air, and then the series either knocks it out of the fucking park or lets it drop to the ground. Yeah, I saw the Pianist Distortion short. I commented on it, too, and I hope someone recognizes me, you know? The nests are generally nice, but each one is still vastly different. Yeah. Normally part of this, getting to this part of the road makes me feel relieved, but right now I am overcome with unease. Ah, here's... okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, he can fucking schmoove when he wants to. And when he sets down, he cracks the fucking pavement. Oh no. Yep. Welcome to Project Moon content. Oh, what the fuck? Oh! Wait a minute. Hey, you're kind of familiar. Hey, wait a fucking minute. Oh no! L-O-V-E, 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 L-O-V-E. Love, love. Why are they crying? Why are they crying? Oh no. Yeah, library releasing all that light would definitely never have any kind of consequences. Oh no. Oh no. Wholesome family on their way to adopt some kids. And then lo and behold, fucking this shit happens. Tamari eating a Happy Meal? So maybe releasing everyone from the library may have had a few consequences. Yeah, Angela, maybe not the best idea. Just what is your business? Was this your job? Who then? Who gave you the order? Who the fuck is that? Yeah, so they come in and swing. So he shows up and swings at Tamari. But then someone blocks the hit? Is that PT? Why would PT be protecting fucking Tamari? And yes, you did miss a lore point, JJ. This is post-library. But at least Zhao has her husband, yeah. PT and slashing stance, what the fuck? I thought you perished in the library. It was full of curious happenings after all. How you've lost those little ones, like how I coincidentally happen to need that child? What? PT, why do you need Tamari? All pieces have their place, not like that's of your concern though, I knew you stood on the sidelines, how typical. Now you've dragged me into your little game. It's a shame about those children. You'd agree, no? Red gaze? Yo, wait a fucking minute. Is he a fucking color? Oh no. What is she cooking? Bitch, you're the one to ask everything. Crazy grandma taking the kids for a walk. He's a fucking color on top of everything else? He's the one that took the red color after Geb passed? Oh, fuck, dude. The question is, can he square up with fucking PT? Did this bitch... Yo, no. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Pause. Time the fuck out. Did this bitch really just judgment cut? That was a joke. That was a goof. I didn't I fucking love this shit. I fucking... Project Moon, 11 out of 10. Best fucking company, dude. I was like, they made a character named Virgil. There's no way they're like, but this is like a classic Virgil reference. There's no way that they would go for the, you know, the baseline fucking Devil May Cry reference, and then they go for the Devil May Cry reference, and it's sick as fuck. Oh god, that's so fucking cool. Alright. She's coming in. She's a little terrifying, not gonna lie. Did she get the drop on him here? She jumps off, leaps towards him, looks like she's about to get the slash. Did she actually cut him? It doesn't look like it. It looks like she may have... No, wait, no. She cut his face. Damn, dude. This shit really do be fucking going down. Turn one of Limbus, or turn one of Leviathan. Like, shit is happening. Oh, look, dead children. Yay. Oh, fuck. Yuri is definitely one of the most interesting characters in the PM-verse for me. What the fuck is she cooking? Yeah, she was just kind of like a good person as far as we could tell in Library. We didn't get a lot of vibes that she was into some, like, she was willing to let, you know, innocent people die to get what she's fucking doing. But she's totally able to do, she's totally willing to do that. Interesting. Now take every part of me, take it all night. Bro, bitch, why the fuck would you do that? He protected the... What a fucking based individual. What an absolute fucking legend. What an interesting weapon he's got, too. It looks like there's no normal handguard on that. It's literally just like a wrap. Hold on, let me see if I can get a better shot of it. Take a risk, take a dive, take it down. Yeah, there's not like a handguard on that. It's literally just like he took it and fucking wrapped cloth around a blade. What an absolute fucking goblin. Come now, Junior, you know there's no point in dragging this out. Damn, he lost. Oh, can't understand what she's saying. Is it Gladius? Oh! Oh no! Okay, so he didn't lose his hand there. This shot made me think he lost his hand. Confirm Roland is greater than Virgilius. I mean, that's kind of a hard measure to take, just because, like... whatchamacallit? Roland had all the library power backing him, so it's hard to really, like, power scale in that way. Oh, no. Was his family in that building that Talmeri attacked? So that was all a flashback, is what I'm seeing. They gave him all the nice stuff, and then we're like, hey, go fucking get him, and then bad shit happened. Fantasy breaking me. You remember how we got here? Uh-oh. He's having some fucking bad time. You are okay, right? Physically, he's fine, I'm sure. Mentally... Nothing to worry about. I was just occupied with stuff. Were you reminded of the orphanage? Huh. Garnet. You seem too drunk to be talking. You're gonna scare the lad. What the frick? That's not what you wanted to say. That's not what you wanted to say there. It's fucking... Hey, yo, get away from him. I'm gonna hit on him now. That's a pretty name. Nah, bro. You're green as a sprout. Ah, yes. Welcome to A Realm Reborn, gamer. You missed some shit at the end of Library. I'm not gonna fucking recap the whole thing for you. I turned 20 not too long ago. Oh, he's just a boy. He's just a boy. It's not that long, been that long, has it? Oh, no. I'm a full-fledged fixer, just like you. Oh, no, he's around Finn's age. And we all know what happened to Finn! Oh, boy. You have no idea how much respect I have for you. You always did your best to keep us from harm. So now I want to be a big, strong, powerful color, just like you, Virgilius. Finn's alive now? That's true, that's true. We have no idea what's going to happen to him after the shit that went down in Library, but hey, fuck it. You know, they say you should dream big. I have a long way to go before I can reach that level. I don't have any specialties unlike him. If I want to find those who destroyed the orphanage and make them pay for what they've done, I've got to climb to your league, right? Yeah, that's not a great idea. We've seen what happens when people go in for fucking revenge sake. Interesting weapon for him. Hey, you just can't do shit about sometimes. You could tell me what... Have you not gotten the context clues from the chat screaming it 7 times? Everyone that died in the library came back. That is very much so a death flag. Here, let me lay out the letter blocks so that you can understand exactly what's going on, or you could just, like, go play the game. Angela expelled all the lights, so everyone that was booked escaped. Yeah. It's all in the past now. Some things are better left behind and forgotten. Sir, while on the topic of the orphanage, do you remember Lapis? Oh, Lapis and Garnet, hence the title name. When you said, then you must know she and I were good friends too, right? She promised to meet again, telling me where to go in private. Would you like to join me, sir? Oh, no. So these are the kids that... So I take it that what we just saw was that's the orphanage, and then it's been some time since then. How much time has passed since the end of Library? Huh. Interesting. So it's been a while since then. So it's been a long time since the end of Library. That's weird. Fucking, there was like 3 months of difference between Limbus. Hey, have you considered maybe just like playing it and getting good? At least 10 years. I think it's been about 10 years since the end of What the fuck? Oh shit. Okay. Bro, the time fucking gap between Lobotomy Corporation and Library was like 3 months. That's insane. Holy fuck. Alright. Jesus Christ. So a lot of shit has fucking gone on. At worst, 2 years? We'll figure out as we go. I'm assuming we'll get an actual, more concrete number at some point between Limbus and this. Open up to me. I'm sure she'd love a reunion with you. Maybe she'd want to show you that she's back in good spirits and keeping on like me. Oh, no. Oh, my man's in a bad way. Yeah, I need to see a shot of this guy before he was here, like what how old he was when Library ended. It has to have been, it has been years at the very least. Cause like, damn, 20 is the age of the adulthood in the city though. Okay, you're behind on the comments. I'm sure we will get more specific when it becomes relevant. Yes. I don't think speculating about it and arguing the chat about this kind of thing is gonna really get us anywhere. Mood here is kind of tanked. How about we go for one more round? Then order another grilled drumstick for me, based. And I am gonna go with this pear-scented liquor, not liquid. Hirezake. Sounds neat. The same booze as Nanisol. Ask him to put a small fin for mine? What the fuck does that mean? You should be happier. Jolly! A beam! A beam jolly! All your worries for okay. A cool glass of milk, bartender. That's right, he's 20. He's not 21. He can't drink, American audiences. Oh no. Hey, look, trauma. I don't think all of this is PT specific trauma. I think this is before that trauma as well. Or maybe the time between then too. A payphone? Payphones exist in the city? That might be the most unrealistic thing that I've seen in this fucking setting. Get this man some milk. Excuse me, sir. Sorry, but I want to be one of the... I know how to... You see, something doesn't feel right about that place. Uh-oh. There were suspicious-looking sculptures inside, and the people looked like syndicate members. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Are those sculptures of people with animal heads? Oh no, wait a fucking minute. Wait a fucking minute. Wait a fucking minute. I just realized the fucking lower ranked people from Musicians of Bremen got out too. I swear to God, if this is Musicians of Bremen, I'm gonna fucking scream. I'll take some milk, reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh memes. The city is never so innocent, yeah. Oh no, I don't like these guys. Immediate distrust. What is that? What is that? This motherfucker looks like the Spot from Spider-Man, dude. It was someone who seemed like an officer of the Ring. Oh, it might be even worse than the fucking Musicians of Bremen. A lot of people are fans of the Musicians of Bremen. I guess that's fair. Listen, sometimes you gotta be fans of your favorite fucking pop band in the city. Okay, so we have the ring around. I remember hearing about it at the Seven Associations orientation seminar. I think that ring was supposed to represent a pretty high position in that finger too. Oh no. How many coils did the ring have? A maestro of the ring. Uh-oh. Oh no. A notice of hiatus for book 3. And then suddenly and magically, book 3 is back. Thank you for the hiatus notice. Alright, I'm gonna crack open my door because it is getting really fucking hot in here. Fortunately, this means the cat's gonna be able to run rampant, which can be either very nice or very unfortunate. And I'm turning my fan on because fuck it, I'm fucking burning up in here. Ugh. Something was off about this place. What gave you the impression? It looked like a school more than anything. Oh no. She got a job at a fruit harvesting company? Some old crates of rotten fruit and no orchard. Oh no. I'd like to bring up... Yeah, no, I'm aware. People have posted that in the Discord. Thank you. Which I don't fucking mind. A lot of people present that like it's like, oh, well, now you're gonna have a limited enjoyment of the thing. Like, no. I have a fucking English major. I have an English master's. I've read a lot. I enjoy reading. A rare concept, I know. People be like, haha, Library of Ruina player, not no read, haha, wow, fun. Yes, I am a nerd. Thank you. Still some images. It's better, actually. I like this so much better with more details. Yeah, honestly, I'll be real with you. Light novel content tends to be pretty fucking good. Like, being able to fucking be told exactly what's going on in a scene can be pretty strong. So when are you playing Higurashi? I don't know what that means. Right, that place is weird. It seemed like there were classrooms, but it didn't feel like a regular school. The people around inside looked like syndicate members. I mean, students don't usually carry weapons to class, though it might be different at some schools. I was gonna say, you have not seen the manga you have not read the manga that I have. It's a VN with a lot of text. Listen, a lot of text is not an inherent fucking problem. However, pacing is an issue. Compared to manga style, you can actually understand the character's thoughts, and that made it so much easier to understand them. Yeah, that's pretty solid. This is just a fucking high school manga, but set in the city, so it's naturally immensely fucked up. Ran away from there. I ran away, I'm sorry. Yeah, who fucking cares? Like, bro, that was an entire criminal organization. Don't square up with that. Be smart. I don't think something bad happened to Lapis, right? Oh no. He's got the fucking menacing hand grip. Why, they won't come right away, will they? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It also isn't completely text. There are images in the style of LO art every now and then. Good, good, good. Ah, okay. So that answers that. I wasn't much help in the orphanage incident half a year earlier. So it's not like he grew all the way up. It's been half a year since library. So he was like 19 and a fucking half. He's got that fucking hand stress fucking... His veins are popping in his hand. How do people do that? That fucking... I can't do that. Maybe it's because I'm just a goober, but like, damn. 19 and still... Oh, I just now put it together. He's not... He doesn't have kids. He just would go and take care of the orphanage. And so the orphanage got attacked and... Ooh. Okay, there he is. Pictures taken moments before disaster. Who is this entity? I find her hilarious. As he was 10 years ago. Wait, no, now... Okay, so this picture was taken 10 years ago, but the incident happened half a year ago. Okay. Okay. So that's where people were getting 10 years from. But it's been 10 years since Virgilius really started, like, working at the orphanage. And so it's been 10 years since he, like, knew him. There we go. There we go. Oh, dude, there's animal masks and shit. I don't trust this. I don't trust this. Inside, you can wait here. I asked you to help me with this. I can't let you go in there alone. You didn't raise me to be a coward, right, sir? Yeah, Dad. He's going in there with nothing but the Gladius directly on his back. Yup. Yup. I never really raised you in general. It's okay, adoptive dad. I'll make you proud. He's gonna fucking die, dude. I promise not to be dead weight at the very least. Bro, these motherfuckers know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. Dead weight! Dante, I'm not dead weight! You can't call me that! Devil May Cry references. Yay! Garnet is him. Garnet is Nero. God help us. Oh, I don't trust a fucking lick of this, dude. This shit give me furry vibes, and I hate it. They only trust what they see. It might be too late. Uh-oh. This is not an ordinary school. No shit. It's an art gallery hosted by the Ring. Oh no, dude. Netsock, don't fucking tell Netsock about it. He's gonna get bummed again that art is being used as a vessel for fucking random human suffering. There ought to be docents lurking around? Does that mean Lapis is involved with them? Most likely. She's gonna be fine, right? It's the group with the animal headbands. We could ask the one spying on us for directions. Oh shit. Oh no, what do you mean that was a person the whole fucking time? Oh no! What did you miss? Tom Airy showed up, blew up Virgilius's orphanage, and now they're infiltrating a school that's actually an art gallery for one of the fucking fingers, so... yeah. Oh no. My man, did you really fucking flash your HANA Association thing and then be like, alright, cooperate with me? Dude, what is fuck- ow, 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 Jason, stop biting me, dude. You want me to move my hand? I can move it back so that you have a place to sit. Is that what you want? You don't want... I know you don't want pets. Because every time I go to pet you, you start fighting me. Yeah, Angela didn't separate Tamari at all. She, like, that was what the book was. The library didn't have a book of Tommy and a book of Mary. They had a book of Tom Mary. And so that was the one that they pooped back out. Can I help you, Jason? Can I assist you? Would you like assistance? He's just kind of rubbing up on me. Hi. Do you want pets? Ah, he does absolutely want pets. Can't fix what the library didn't do, true. Guess Jan is still distorted then? Most likely. That also means Zhao probably still has her ego. Ah, so the Index have a hydrogen bomb. Yup. It will certainly be terrifying if that, winds up happening, where we have to run into fucking distorted Jan again. The reason the prescript sent him there so they could get a strong proxy. Yup. And I wonder, there's an interesting amount of theory stuff when it comes to, like, why did the prescripts then immediately send him into the library? Did the prescripts know that in all likelihood, Angela was going to fucking scoop and bring back everything, so they wouldn't lose anything in the long run, and if anything, they would gain stuff and prevent Argalia from, like, rewriting reality by sending a powerful soldier in? I'm completely prepared for the Jan raid boss. The prescripts know everything. It's pretty crazy. There's a reason they're called a god of the city. It's fucking terrifying. Good boy, Jason. Good, I didn't have to boot him out that time. Every once in a while, Jason will come up and be like, pet, but also if you pet me, I'm going to get wound up. And then when I'm wound up, I'm going to fight you. Did I make a blunder? Yes, yes you did. Alright, well now he's doing exactly what I said. Sir, you can't even draw your fucking sword? Come on, man. Yeah, he's getting fighty. Alright, alright. Come on, buddy. Chill out. If you just relax in the background, you'll be fine. Alright, alright, alright. Everybody gangsta until someone says read the value of E in Limbus. Yeah, actually that's the entire reason their prescripts sent their proxies and Jan there was so that they could stop Argalia since they knew they'll get them back anyway. True. Oh, you whiny little bean. is out. He's just an average grade 9 fixer. True. He got him with 7 association though. So he's at least someone. He's not absolutely nothing. Fucking, where did it go? I wonder, does Philip's other 2 parts get released, or did he assimilate into Distorted Philip? I assume it would have all mixed into Distorted Philip. Although it's entirely possible that we wound up in a situation where it's like, oh, haha, fucking, there's cherubs running around and crying children are still alive, so we still have to fucking deal with Philip. Ah. Oh, so 7's the training association. That makes sense. Big ass fucking dog, man. Don't fucking... Yeah, I got him! Boss, I got him! Collect the 100 cherubs for a secret boss. I would fucking scream. Yeah, the incomplete page of the Crying Children is a mystery, but Philip himself is blasted. But even then, that one little remnant of Philip was like... just one... That was the result of just one of the cherubs, like, completing a distortion or whatever the fuck. So, like... If someone wants to be a fixer, they need to get through the training of the 7 Association. Ah, that makes sense. Oh my good lord. They are certainly a look. I think those are boobs. Those are either boobs or very pronounced pecs. Would it kill you to kill or what? Huh. Wait, so the exhibits are all actually living people? What the fuck? And my man really does look like a fucking JoJo character. A docent. Only Project Moon makes me question, what are boobs, indeed? Maybe that'll happen again. Maybe we'll get, like, 70 distorted fucking Phillips running around. I saw another JoJo. That is a guy. They, them titties got me fucking feeling confused. You guys would have been in serious trouble if someone else had spotted you. A docent. Uh-oh. Deconstruction is where... oh, wow. Kind of a dick move, my guy. Jump soon know that I said this. Okay. He liked the musicians of Bremen. Oh. So this is art inspired by the musicians of Bremen. The musicians themselves are not directly involved in this. Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, did you just fucking try something? Apparently Virgilius is having none of this. Ah, crazy then. Very. Uh-oh. Oh no, dude. Oh god, I really hope Lapis didn't wind up as one of these things. That would be unfortunate. Is this Lapis? Is that the twist? Probably not. They definitely would have, like, recognized Lapis. Does Lapis seem familiar to you? Not really. You definitely saw her before. Oh, she kind of looks like, what's her name? The girl from fucking not Streetlight. the defensive lady from Yun's office, the like grade 8 fixer. How to total Tyro? I don't actually know what that word is. So how to total Tyro? Yeah, Eris or something. Yeah, no, you don't realize. Uh-oh. Miss Pablo. Okay, lady. Thought you were gonna say full stop. Well, I'm not telling you, you just... Yeah, I would have been a lot more surprised if you hadn't told me that I had definitely seen her before. Oh, no. Oh, fuck. Alright. Hey, Virgilis, how's it going? Uh-oh. They are going sicko mode. Two bands on the ring. What the fuck is happening? This is what the purple tear meant by that. Is he... What the fuck? What the fuck happened? Alright. Roll it back. He cuts off their fucking mouth sewing nightmare shit. And then they're like, how fucking dare you? All I needed was tonight's test. She leans down. The mask, I can't tell if that's them or the mask speaking. Until your pupils relax, there won't be anything inside. But, so she's doing a thing, and then Virgil comes in and interferes with it. And it lands all the way over there, the mask is cut in half. And Virgil sees, in the reflection of his eye, a cut going down that guy's eye. Or of her eye. And then she smiles, and shit gets weird and esoteric. Did she distort? Because there's this spooky fucking twisted thing standing over them. And then also in the shadows, her fucking body's been like cricked and snapped and cracked. What the fuck happened? Where can I see the comments? Like, what the fuck? Okay, cool. Your apathetic dispassion has made you distort, and your savoir-faire is to kill for sport. Sure, those are words. Yeah, mood. Whatever this mood is, that's me. That's me right now. All of all places in wrecked works. It's enough said. There's reasons to say it's never good to defend Dango with them. What? It will be understandable later. Okay, heard. Wasn't in the gallery, though. The last sent you a gift, too? Oh god, a cassette tape! What fucking fossil did she have to unearth to find this? Welcome to the city, land of super hyper advanced technology. Also, here's a cassette. Like... Bruh. Oh, it's a videotape. A 6mm videotape? What the fuck? That's funny. Use a billion cords to hook it up to your fucking laptop. Moods. They can fucking teleport armies, but then they're like, alright, here's a cassette. Like, what do you mean? Hey guys, what's up? It's me, your boy on YouTube, ready for a new brief summary. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. What the fuck is going on here? The city's tech tree is fucked. It really is. That's true. It might just be ancient. We don't know. What the fuck? So she got out and started looking around the weird doctor fucking area. And there's people in weird tubes. How do you like Leviathan so far? It's a little confusing. And I don't know that it's doing a great job at building a mystery as opposed to showing me weird shit that it'll explain later. But, it certainly starts out on a fucking fantastic note. And I'm not exactly like, ew, I don't like it, ew, pee-pee poo-poo. Like, no, it's just kind of like, it's... Oh, I hate that. It's good. It's good. I have a few criticisms that may get resolved later on, but... I hate that. I hate that. I hate that a lot. What are these fucking people doing? What is going on? Oh god. No, mama, I don't really like milk. I told you before, didn't I? And thus the room, while painted, perished into the vast plain. It went crunchy crunchy. The butterfly as it was... shook hands with the stomach and I'll come to you tonight. Oh no. I don't know. Comic stares directly into the my fucking soul. There are so many of me. Sure you set the refraction rate correctly. All I've done was set the intensity to 3 point as you ordered. What was the maximum number of rifts observed? 20 rifts? Oh no, what the fuck? What is that symbol? What is that symbol on them? Is that O-Corp? I'm pretty sure, but that will most certainly worsen the damage. What's wrong? What's going on now? It means we have yet another failed test on our hands. Oh god. It was properly at 3 point, it wasn't the problem. What the fuck? Alright, well, I guess Ruby's canceled now. Probably for the best. And you were right around the part where I left off. Nice. There we fucking go. Let's go. It's true that the subject has shattered it. I find it curious. Oh no, wait a minute. Hold on a fucking second. Alright, theory crafting time. Was this the reality of the fucking orphanage? Was it less that Virgil was, like, an actually good person, and more that, like, when the kids grow up in the orphanage, before it got, like, fucking tanked, they would send them to whatever the fuck this is? Because that guy has a stone name. Everyone else that we've talked about here has a stone name. Fucking Lapis has a stone name. This guy has a stone name. And Virgil is, like, fucking complicit in whatever the hell this is. Start. Like I said, I can only do so much on my own. If you were going to pull off an abduction, you should have committed and brought the other 8 with me. The other 8? Oh, fuck. It's the lady. It's the hole. 10,000 rifts minimum? Why do they have another eye in their eye? Yo, what the fuck is happening? Alright, that went from, so, the dude getting whatever the fuck happening to him in the like, cage, that was a little, like, that was a little too much, like, weird shit is happening. That's good fucking, mystery shit. What does that mean, man? Taboos of the city and its nests. Oh god, it's alphabetized. H-I-J-K-L. L M N O P Q. Oh god. This is a huge find. Oh, this guy does. This motherfucker does not look okay. Where'd they manage to hide a lab that big? I don't know. Maybe under an orphanage? Yada yada. Can you upscale it? Oh, what the fuck? Why is the distance literally distorting? The ring owns a corridor? Also, hi, Gigi. If they can create an exit from wherever they are, a matching entrance will appear in that corridor. Okay, so it seems like a corridor might be some kind of singularity, or like maybe the result of a singularity, or some weird cityism. I am laughing at English Arknight's schedule being so messed up. We're getting back-to-back summer events, at least major story event-wise. I mean, hey, fuck it. Summertime, right? And so I imagine these are like, oh god, are these the back rooms? Are these the city's version of the back rooms? Where there's just this shitload of doors forever, and then, like, you just open one and, hey, you exit wherever the fuck you go. They're in January and February, the proper time for summer times. So the lab is in a gallery they own, and they're looking for door 718. God help us. Nenasul, call this week's clients and tell them to wait a tad longer. I don't think I'll have the patience here at the end of the tri-raid. Bro, this shit has me insanely fucking hyped for Limbus. Like, beyond anything, like, don't get me wrong, Limbus is probably gonna be a completely separate story, but it's just like, getting that good new shit from the city directly injected into my veins is like, I love it. I fucking love it. I'll prepare the fake IDs. Cheers. Some bags and tools too. If things don't go well, we can just pick up the body pieces and you still break even. What the fuck? They put the back rooms in Project Moon. I see that as an anomaly. Fair enough. Remember that time when we worked our eyes out of socket recovering data for our client? Oh god, that sounds a little too close to home. There was some hot intel circuit. Yeah, what are these guys talking about? Between a select few wings and grade 1 folks. It involves a singularity the ring was allegedly almost done observing. Details about its origins or whether it's really theirs were all sealed airtight. But this footage, it matches everything that's been shown so far. Oh no, they're just gonna make fucking money. Yeah, we're in it for the cash. Damn. Weren't you going to rescue Lapis and those kids? What? No, fuck it. We getting money from a singularity. Let's go, boys. We gonna eat fucking good. When you spend a month with nothing left but chicken bones to eat, you'll drop all your shame on a dime. Yup, welcome to the city. Whee! Should try to get used to it. Oh boy. Her ideas. Okay, she, lady. Now we'll refer to with female pronouns. The hell's in high water a fixer goes through. Train them to best sniff out the sense of potential yield and follow the flow. This is the kind of path that lies ahead of you. You should be able to, you should adapt to it before it breaks you. God, being Maguka is suffering. He is having a Philip moment. This is better than a Philip moment, though. Philip moment was just him fucking mauling over the fact that his fucking coworker didn't want to date him. Like, okay. Kind of fucking goober energy, but be like that. God, was Philip an incel? Did I just put that together, that Philip is a fucking incel? Oh, God. I'm mad that my coworker won't date me, so I'm gonna make a fucking elaborate fantasy where she's boning my boss. Oh my fucking god, dude. I may have to go back and re-fucking voice some parts of the script with this revelation. That's so fucking cringe. Oh, I knew there was a reason I hated Philip. I knew there was a reason that I hated Philip a lot. Knowing Ji-hoon, it's intentional. We'll see. We'll see. He at least has a little bit of incel energy. My mommy won't fucking won't acknowledge my romantic feelings, so I make up an elaborate fantasy with her, about her and my fucking mentor dating each other, and then don't cope with it, with the fact that it's a literal fucking fantasy that I've made up in my brain, and I allow it to ruin my relationships with literally everyone. I don't know, that's pretty big incel energy. Bro, I'm fucking swear to God. I'll throw a Pokeball at Elo Malola. Well, we still have a chance to beat the shit out of him in Limbus. God, I swear, if I have to beat the shit out of Philip again, I'm going to scream, my man. I'm going to scream. Hello, Excalibur. How's it going? Oh, no. Why can't you buy that item, Gigi? Uh-oh. Sure you want to bring the kid along. You'll be going with us. This is the flow I'm taking. Interesting. 7-phase boss fight in Limbus. I have no doubt that we're gonna get a ridiculously long fucking parsed boss fight from Limbus, but like, man, that boy is literally too cowardly to die. I immensely, and more than I can properly fucking elucidate, hate the fact that we do not have a specific number of cherubs. So Philip may actually wind up being a common enemy in Limbus, or at least like an elite enemy to show up, where we just fight cherubs every once in a while. And just occasionally we just have to throw hands with cherubs because there's so fucking many of them. I don't know if they made more, like, as time went on, but God, no fear. Fucking Philip might be like constant problem for the city from now on. One fear. I hope there's a limited number, but the fact that we don't have a solid number means that they can just say however many. Oh yeah, there were 5, there were 17, there were 7 billion. Fuck it. It's possible he's a plague now, like an actual plague. Oh god. I'm afraid, therefore I exist. I will scream, dude. I will scream. Philip is the worst. Don't fucking say Philip is cool just to spite me, GG. Philip would be an FGO raid. We kill all the cherubs together to end him for everyone. God, I would love that. All the alternate reality Limbus gang get together and punch the shit out of Philip. Let's fucking go. Oh god. Why? So this is clearly another gala that the index is, or that the ring has put together. Why is one of the art pieces beads covered in white goop with knives stabbing into them? Fucking modern art, man. Ayo, he's got the glasses on. I'm just saying, that looks a little like something else. Art. Art. God, my mind has been in the fucking gutter recently. First we had our Freudian slip highlight, and now this. God help me. I've seen dumber shit in modern art exhibitions. Oh yeah. Fucking banana taped to the wall, a statue of a dude sucking his own dick. Like, oh god. What's the Hi-Fi Rush one? Plan meeting, plan breakdown, whatever it is. Someone had an interesting night, that's for sure. Certainly fucking seems like it. Our destination is on the top floor of the gallery, the Hall of Donations. Make sure you've brought all the props for your rolls. Oh god, it's a heist. All these goodies for time like these. Planned obsolescence? I don't know, maybe. We'll fucking see. Hold on, must remember to continue pressing the fucking macro button for FGO. My ass off getting all these goodies for times like these. What's with the pigs in this blanket? Can I give an eye? These will melt your optic nerves if you ain't careful. What the fuck? God, the city is so weird. Here's a cassette tape. Also, if you look at this, it's going to melt your optic nerve. Granted, like, there is a little bit of that in, like, actual reality in the sense of, like, I'm pretty sure if you opened up, like, an Xbox or something like that, there was something in there that could blast your fucking eye with, like, an optical drive, but I don't fucking know. It's still just, it's so weird. This setting is so fucking goofy. You do, in fact, look like a paper smooth operator. Nailed the home invasion look at least. Damn. These two fucking throw verbal hands like no one's business, and I kind of love it. Oh no. I love how cute the art gets in this fucking series sometimes. It's so completely opposite of everything that you experience in PM stuff. God, you know what's even scarier about all this? Is fucking Tamari didn't die at the opening of this. Tamari is still around out there. Somewhere. We could run into Tamari at some point in Limbus. God help me, dude. I wonder if Tamari attacking the orphanage was a planned thing, or if it was just a coincidence. What's currently playing? It's nice. This is the theme from, which dungeon is this? This is the theme from the Great Google Library hard mode, in Final Fantasy XIV, now with the free trial, you know the meme. I'll throw a link, to it in the music section of the Discord if you would like to, peruse it on your own time. Yeah, I love this theme. I slapped this shit in there, just because, like, I love this. We can run into anyone at this rate. True. Hope you like being a triangle. And new players are up for a surprise. Sure. God, imagine Lovetown 2. Lovetown, but Tamari starts trying to make other Lovetown people and keeps fucking it up. Phillips will at least appear once in Limbus because there is no way he's not going to be. I hope to God he won't. I can only pray. I can only pray to every single fucking potential god out there that we don't have to deal with Philip. Oh, Lord. I blame poor Nancy over this. Yeah, they're verbally scrapping. My man is in a bad way. He's having a bad time. I'll be awake tomorrow to run through your theories. Good night. Have a good night, man. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for staying up and hanging out. Say no need to be conscious. Oh no, Tamari keeps making mush friends and wonders why they stop moving. Oh no. Fucking, I love that you can actually see the smack happening in this frame. Why'd you hit me? Act mature. Fucking, you can see the smack hitting like right there in the corner. That's funny. Everyone at the galley will recognize him. I doubt he's that bright a star. Funny. You're not wrong that a color does have a certain aura that you just can't conceal. Interesting. Yeah, you can see people turning around and looking at him. I wonder if they're going to address that as like an actual in-universe thing. Oh no. Sir, are you okay? Severed heads are out of mode now, friend. You might get a C if you aren't lucky. Oh no, dude. Also, the obvious barely concealed hilt probably helps with it. Yeah. Not exactly a helpful thing. Yeah, that looks like modern art. Is that a penis? It's all kind of a penis. They somehow made a finger worse than index. I don't know about that. This one's fucked up, but the index is terrifying. Like, on so many levels. Like, the fact that no one knows where the index started or where it ends. The index just is. It exists. It is the city. It is the will of a fucking, of the city itself. It is horrifying. Like, this is spooky more in the sense that it's like, yeah, people are assholes, but like, man. The fact that Library worked out for them is terrifying, because they knew enough about what was going on to predict what was going to happen in Library. Like, it worked out perfectly for them. They lost nothing. Gloria, all of the heads that we fucking saw of the index, they're back, and now they have a distortion working for them. The library was used by a lot of people, and came out, and a lot of those people came out way better than they should have. I still say Angela may have needed to be a little bit more selective with the people that she brought back in Library. Like, beyond just the obvious answers of, like, Tamari and, like, smiling faces. Like, yeah, bring back Zhao, bring back most of the fucking fixers, but, like, let's maybe not bring back the wetwork specialists. Let's not bring back the fucking people that are like, haha, I'm gonna randomly murder people for funsies. Like, man. But I guess there is a certain, like, it was universal, so fuck it. Well, it's... Pause. What the fuck do you mean, a cognition warping ID card? They have the Doctor Who paper thing? What the fuck? The light was meant for everyone. Yeah, I guess. Fucking hell, dude. Hey, maybe the light shouldn't have been meant for everyone. Maybe it was just meant for people that don't, like, I don't know, murder everyone. We don't know really what the light was for. Carmen, I don't know that we trust the things that Carmen said about the light. And the things that Ayan kind of blindly and idiotically did because Carmen told him to do it. Fucking hell. I guess you're right. This is how it is. That tool is merely a reserve option. What do? We glasses. If it's a gaze that cannot be hidden, then one shouldn't so much as blink. Oh, red gaze. Oh, hey, it's the spot. Yeah, exactly. Carmen probably wants everyone to have it just to increase the chance of making distortions. Doesn't mean that they should. We don't know why Carmen wants to make distortions, but she certainly seems interested in them. I think distortions for her are like the people of the city expressing their innermost selves and living a happy psychological life. And we don't know if that's because she herself got distorted when she, you know, became the light or whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit going on with Carmen. I'm on board with Carmen, honestly. I disagree. I think she's fucking crazy. What? Gubo from N-Corp, Denver's Co, Reads Mart. I feel like we've heard that name before. We're in the League of 9 Literatures. Oh no. Oh god, here we go. Seems more like a cult leader even in the beginning. Yeah, she kind of has very culty vibes. And the new lit member, but don't step in. Shouldn't be much of a threat. What is she looking at? What is she cooking? Such graceful works of art. Sold to the likes of them, there's no chance they could appreciate them in full. We only vaguely get spots of these. These must be art made of the fucked up stuff from the city. Like a violin with a twig growing at the top and fucking nails put into it and a skulls fused together into a tree thing. I don't trust it. Yeah, League of 9 Literatures. Uh-oh. You can see the fucking menacing letters coming up along the sides here. The third floor. Third floor is... Oh, I'm sorry, sir. The third floor is... Yeah, so, okay. They went with the logic of, what's it called? instead of trying to hide the color, you let the color be as loud and obvious as possible. So, oh, you can't go up to the 3rd floor. I'm afraid you're not allowed. This is my I can do whatever the fuck I want pass. I'll be going now. Oh, is that not a woman? I can't fucking tell, dude. I'm gonna keep using she until I'm told otherwise. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's sick as hell. Hey, yo, here is my fuck you, let me in pass. Oh, God, here we go. That is indeed a guy. Okay, well. Jesus, fucking Project Moon really do be baiting me all over the fucking place. Your eyes may greatly fatigue upon arriving at this part of the gallery. Please mind your step. Oh, what does that mean? I hate that everything looks completely normal outside here. The city already is like a giant social experiment gone wrong. Full-on distortions everywhere seems like a step in a good direction. I don't know, I guess. Gird your loins, folks. Do it. Prepare your butts. This is the last bait and switch here. Ah, the box. The what? Oh, the box. What the fuck? That is a big box. That's a huge box. And don't let an anxious little amateur out there. Interesting. Hold on. Okay. I think we're good. Yes, welcome to the box. It is weird and concerning. Entering the 2nd floor, targets moving to point S32. What? I'm sorry, what? You got word on the delivery due today, right? From MDM. What the fuck is MDM? What happened to your predecessor? You know, the usual. They just rambled about returning to the ocean before disappearing. What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean, man? Feels like the box is shaking a little. You tip over that box over, you're saying goodbye to 5 years of salary. Uh-oh. My mind went to Seaborn for some reason. It has that vibe. Those sharks really shook us down with the deal. What the fuck, dude? Fucking smug face. Eldritch horrors in the ocean luring people in, you know, the usual. And before Well Cheers was the strongest Abno. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna learn a lot about that with Ishmael in Limbus, but we're gonna slowly but surely discover that, hey, oh no. Master Jumpsoon is fond of austerity? Defamiliarization and multilateral methods stem from many viewpoints. From there, we can face the world in all its reality and provoke various interactions. What are you talking about? Cthulhu calls me every Friday. I mean, at least you're getting calls, right? Hey. The pieces in this section are partial successes to embody such ideals of the maestros. Oh god. Who the fuck is this JoJo character now, dude? Oh, this motherfucker has 2 rings. Uh-oh. This motherfucker has a lot of rings. Oh, no. And they have a fucking peace necklace around their neck. They have a ring on every single fucking finger, dude. Who the fuck is this?
Sometimes we need it all, sometimes resign to a world where the centuries never align. Make a move, take it back, it's mine.
Oh, are they in lesbians? They're making an illicit drug deal. Always fun. At least it looks like it. The Moonlight Stone Couriers got in safely. Wait. Is this Enk or is there M-Core? Yeah, this seems like Moonstone. Are they still crying? Their nose is bleeding. What the fuck? Oh no, dude. That's not good. They are dripping in every way, and that's super uncomfortable. How many total chapters does this have? Currently translated? I think someone said 20. Yeah, we're getting there. What I miss? Dripping. He means it. That's a dude? God damn it, dude. The drier the eyes become, the greater the joy of seeing will be. Oh, she's like perpetually crying because of the moonstones. Oh no. Be sure to get your brain cleared after this. Oh no, is it an eye injection? Oh, I hate it! Oh no, thank you for the follow, Lord Henry! Oh, ew! 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 Oh wait, it's not like a needle. You just look into it and it does a thing. What the fuck? Oh no. Oh no, shit's getting weird on there. Oh no. It's one of those magic cylinders. Yeah, so it looks like you look into a moonstone or something? Oh.
From the open shore I have learned to fly, soaring past the great divide. Voices that serve
Wait a minute. So, is this her looking through to all the different realities that she could have been? Is this like tied to the thing that Limbus is gonna use to like manifest different potential realities of people? I don't know. This is weird. Hootie, is that you? My sins will not be forgiven. Hoot hoot. And then they vomit bones. And then they're there, and glasses are broken, but they're also extending infinitely behind. Like such ecstasy. Oh no. Oh god, are they touching eyes? Oh god, that's so gross. I was like, oh, they're gonna kiss. No, they're instead just gonna eye kiss. Chew. God, that's fucking gross. Ew. Yo, fucking nasty. Alright, cool. Is that just a bunch of dead people? Cool. It seems to be Resit season. Oh god. Anyway, exams time. be under our aegis for these grades, so let's cut to the chase, and then they just stab them. Yo, what the fuck? This finger sucks! Is that how doing mushrooms feels? I could not tell you. I've never done mushrooms. I have no interest in doing mushrooms. Please keep all drugs away from me. I know how I form habits. The exam site had a rather large audience. Yeah. God, this finger suck. Obviously, all of the fingers suck. That surprises no one. But fucking the fact that this finger seems to operate off of finding starving and otherwise, like, down on their luck artists, grabbing them and then forcing them to make good art, and if they fuck up, they die. That's kind of messed up. I say Index is like 10 times more fucked up than that. Like, this is bad. This just seems rough for normal people. Like, but it's also kind of a commentary on, like, that's also just kind of how life is. Like, yeah, you either produce content that impresses people or you fucking starve to death. Like if you choose a creator's life, this is just kind of how it is. So it's not really that nightmarish. Unless there's another even deeper level of nightmarish bullshit that we have yet to fucking experience, which I have no doubt that's what it's gonna fucking be. I would also rather not engage in eye smooches. That's nasty. To pour in more money than the other... Isn't this a simple game to pour in more money than the other players? This guy looks vaguely familiar. I think it's because he has very much so Captain Kuro vibes from One Piece. Yes, more One Piece references. Extremely unhygienic. I think, like, physically dangerous. Even more so. Oh, good. Welcome to the back rooms. God, the door opens on the ceiling. Just fuck it, right? To go off track all the time in the streets during internship. Kind of bad with directions. Someone needs to clean up these doors. They just get everywhere. Everywhere. Like, literally everywhere. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm not surprised the signal is getting fucking weaker. You guys have walked into the back rooms. MDM Enterprise. I'm guessing the boards on the ceiling were boarded doors. Yeah, the boards seem to just kind of like pop in and out of reality. Those look like fucking light strips. Bro, this shit is weird. Oh no, wait a minute. I hope that lady's not anyone we know. It's time? Oh no. Oh, they're opening the door. Time for a freshness check. What the fuck is in there? And then just a super high-pitched, terrifying sound goes. What the fuck? I hear a sound, must return home. It's all faded to break in the waves. I can't breathe up here, help me. What the fuck? Is that like some kind of terrifying fleshy monster? Blue Star? I don't think so. This seems like something new. This seems like it's some kind of flesh blob, but that also kind of looks like waves in the ocean. and they heard a sound, and it's like a brainwashing thing that makes them feel like they're gonna return to their fish people. What the fuck, dude? Really? I showed you how to wear them too. Come on, dumbass. M-Corp is bad too. Who could have fucking guessed? Yup. Then after a short wave of Hyriath in the sea, families should stay together. Shut the fuck up. She pulled something out there. Yeah, she fucking like cut into this thing and then yoinked out what looks like a fucking egg. I didn't notice that. I thought that was just background stuff. God, what the fuck is this? A pearl, maybe? Oh god, is it just a fucked up clam? Is it all done with now? Yeah. Don't be looking at me with those eyes and say it's thick as expected. That's, don't fucking do that. This as well, help you use our servers again. Why are they so fucking horny about this shit? That's so uncomfortable. I didn't realize people were being sexually freaky too. Hey, if you were a river meandering... Still lost in the sauce? Wait, my head is still ringing. Don't fucking punch me. Smack. Oh, that is the sound of the waves. Sha. Sha. What the fuck? Alright. Cool. Don't know what the fuck that means. That's terrifying. Oh, God. Ugh, hold on real quick. No, wait. Hold up. You remember Corey, Modded City? Yeah. I remember, I would have been worried if they were not sexually freaky. Seeing other bits of city stuff is the best part. Yeah, dude, this shit is fucking great. Like a lot of mods, he has his own credenza. Oh, interesting. Where is it? Fucking, city map, library, Limbus. Fuck it. Alright, let me see where the fuck... Where is M? M's not even bordering the ocean. U, T, and S and kind of V are the ones that border the ocean. What the fuck? Why? Yeah, we'll be checking credenza stuff when we get back to the modded playthrough. Oh, eyes, my favorite. Oh, it's a bidding session. Cool. What are we bidding on? There's holes in the wall and there are eyes looking through them. Oh no. UPS? Shit, wait. No, Bomb, you can't have cracked the code like this. UPS next to the ocean? No, UT and S, not P. T is in time. Not P is in penis. Oh boy. Wait, that's the fucking... That's the entity that had the mask. That's the goblin. But why, though? Why would you stab the eye watcher? Or the fucking wall eye person? And why would the wall eye person just willingly get stabbed unless they were restrained? Goddamn, dude. This shit is fucking... Why is everyone... like, strapped to the fucking chair with a sheet over them and looking... Bro, the city sucks! Sir? Yeah, sir. They'd be honored to see their works frayed by my gaze. Oh my god. Yeah, Limbus is like tomorrow. Presenting our first item. 43 years ago, hair was collected into this urn from every villager in a now-gone town in Nest U. Okay, and? Don't think they're strapped in. Yeah, I think that was just cufflinks on them, but like, it's fucking creepy. And the bid increment is 5 million. Jesus Christ. Then we have a deal at 50 billion. The elegant Mr. Stroud going on dancing for 3 years now. Time flows 8 times slower on his stage, a luxury worth giving glances when you bore. What the fuck? Not allowed to look at the art you buy. Oh my god, that's so weird. He's after something specific. Oh no. I am overjoyed to present this piece to you. Heretofore, an infamous syndicate known for its brutal reign was wiped out in a single battle. All of its members, including the leader, were annihilated in that incident. This is a painting that immortalizes the carnage. Oh, it's not Roland. I thought it was going to be Roland killing everyone. It's Virgil. And then he just straight up kills the dude. Lapis? What? Okay. Oh no. So he kills all these people. This last dude is like, please don't kill me, I've got a kid. And then he kills him, and his last fucking word is lapis. Oh no, dude. And then he washes his hand in the sink. The file password is lapis. Oh no, dude. Yo, Virgil's kind of a dick. Everything about the syndicate and its members forever remains a mystery. Painted from the consciousness of the sole survivor unto death after onslaught. Oh my god. So Virgil just like showed up and killed everyone. For reasons that we don't fucking understand. And like one person lived at the end of the day, and that was this person, who we don't know. They look vaguely familiar, but that just might be me fucking seeing things that aren't actually there. Hey, look, it's the painting, the two eyes with the lines coming off of them and the scratches. Yeah, those are V's eyes. With the lines coming off of them and the scratches. Where's the circles in this? I don't know. Maybe just artistic interpretation. Gubo from N-Corp bidding 10 billion on. The Corridor of the Ring, access granted to those who win the Meister's most cherished work. He's determined to go there no matter what. Pay the full price in cash right here and now, right? I'm sure you know the painting is unfinished. It's something of a counterfeit produced only from someone's fading mind. However, what if I could complete it? Woo! You won't gazump him, right? Nerd malding, as usual. Rules and reputation. Had you been just a little more cultured, you would have realized that such things are utterly worthless before this gaze. This is actually a fucking JoJo dialogue, dude. It's so good. This painting, the red gaze, goes to the red gaze himself. Yo. Alright. It looks like we have reached the point where we are now in VN segment, so I'm going to read this out loud because reading stuff is fun. The code is I, Fragment, and Glass, according to Denver. She does a fine job. She done a fine job, boss. Lan Yen spoke through the radio, his voice obscured by small noises and interference. I could give him a response without being audible, but I decided against it. There was no time to be loitering around sending my thoughts when that person was ahead of us. And now we take a turn in this direction. One must accompany a guide to explore the ring's corridor. The reason is that the corridor has countless doors. The passageway connects to another by intricate and complex rules. Getting lost in a space as linear as a corridor may sound unlikely, but I'm sure it's more than possible in this one. In the footage she filmed, Lapis showed us our destination in the corridor, and the guide here, this ring member, brought us to the entrance. And as they say, no one knows where this journey begins and ends will not lose the way. Or one who knows where the journey begins and ends will not lose the way. In other words, now that we are allowed in the corridor, there's no need for a guide. Shit! Alright! Yo, Virgil, why you gotta be like that? My man's just trying to show you point A to point B. Here we arrive at the VIP room, Mr. Redgaze. Please wait here until Master Jumsoon arrives to give you a more detailed explanation on the art... Having outlived their usefulness, the guide's words fade away with no ears to fall upon. Next, the guide's body loses balance and topples. It collapses, their ankles having been slashed. Sir? Your knees, hand them over. Card, amputate, oh no. Garnet was always like that. Even though he's witnessed a good many deaths he could do nothing about. Even though he's realized that the warm hand of a comrade on his shoulder could cast him aside and measure the price of his life at any moment. Even though he was aware that this world is far too removed from ideals like reasons or ethics for him to consider the tragedies he's been through. What are you... He is always disturbed by the suffering inflicted before his eyes. Our infiltration mission ended once we entered the corridor, Garnet. That's why I have to deliver this as matter-of-factly as I can. I want Garnet to grow into a person who doesn't agonize over the sufferings. /79/79 if both attacks hit, set target speed to 1. That's funny. We should try and make this quick. This gladius is fitted with a heating mechanism. The searing heat of the blade cauterizes the wound. It prevents this guide, whose only fault was letting us in, from bleeding out. They will likely survive. They might recover from the concussion sooner or later and call for backup. But this is no time to spill blood. Target is immobilized if both attacks hit. Might be a little too strong, but hey, fuck it. This is the city. Getting your feet chopped off is apparently a minor inconvenience for some people. Garnet's eyes dim upon hearing my words. Whether it be the lune of disillusion, despair, or expectation, it doesn't matter. I want him to soak in the darkness, to let it slowly consume him. It's what he needs to live a normal life. If bleeding, take extra damage according to half bleed and remove all bleed. That would be kind of spicy. I can't afford to repeat the scarcity of time to you twice. Let's move. Leaving behind a deliberately cold remark, I walked on. A branching path. The passage that seemed to extend endlessly came to an intersection. The correct path was already determined, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to let Garnet come up with an answer. I maintained a willful silence, waiting for him to speak up. I think we should take a right turn. I just feel like that's the right way. He may not know it himself, but Garnet is good at deconstructing and piecing together information. Internalizing the 7 Association's workflow he's seen during the Fixer qualification test might have helped, but I believe most of it can be attributed to his powers of observation that stem from the refusal to be a mere bystander to the suffering of others. Yeah, apparently you can always just buy new legs, because fuck it. It's no surprise that you feel that way. You know where we started and where to go. The correct answer deserves an apt explanation, I began to mutter. One can only find their way in this corridor by recognizing those 2 points. Since we know them, we can traverse by feeling what directions to take. Ain't cheap, but it's an option? True. We're gonna talk about that in the fucking, in the part 2 video. Reversion of causality, was it? I think I remember being taught in the association's training program that some singularities take advantage of this. Card, buy new legs, cost 5. Remove any fucking stagger debuff or whatever the hell it is. Not stagger, but, speed slowing. Remove all bind. That's right, and try to talk less to other fixers or clients. No one in the city welcomes a fixer who's in the learning stages. Make yourself look better than you are, and if it helps you earn your keep. Understood. Vim is restored in Garnet's eyes. As easily as he is disheartened, he can shake off the gloom just the same. Although I had no grounds to call it his faith, it's how his emotions usually flowed. Professionally translated, by the way. That things will work out despite it all. For a preposterous life in the city, perhaps such a mindset could be useful in the long term. God, that's a cool... The fucking LOR card art is, I'm here for it. I hear footsteps. Reaching the end of the hallway, I could sense someone approaching from around the corner. Long steps, composed and nonchalant. A tall person estimated to be at least 180 centimeters in height. Furthermore, someone who could stroll around the corridor like it's their own home. They're right around the corner, meaning it's a docent. You're... A guest wandering around the rings corridor without a guide leading them can only be one thing, an unwelcome visitor. The docent bursts out in pure rage the moment their eyes reach us. I knew it! You were just another money-grubbing fixer after all. You used Master Jumsoon's passion for your art to feed your own greed. The docent didn't seem to have any patience for my side of the story as she gripped the pole tight and started running at me. An entirely emotional act, her reason determined by anger. The action I should take was made clear at the moment. Make sure you aren't ahead of me, Garnet. Just as I felt the tiny movement of Garnet lightly nodded in the corner of my left eye. Clash! The steel pole flew in with unhesitating force and fiercely clashed against the blade of the gladius, creating a repulsive noise. It's more solid than I anticipated. The swing I made with the intent to cut through the weapon didn't go as planned. Spend half of stagger resist to unstagger someone would be an on-play page like Hana. Yeah. I shouldn't have allowed you to meet Master Jumsoon. A furious scream flashed straight into my face. It's undoubtedly out of unadulterated rage. Alas. In order to draw out the full strength of wrath, it has to be rid of spite first. A refined wrath becomes the power to overcome hardships, while spiteful anger only clouds the eyes. For instance, in a narrow space like this corridor, it would have been wiser to avoid engaging in close combat using a weapon as long as the docents. However, those consumed by wrath will only lash out fervently in a clash of emotions. This is going to make things simpler. Squeak! An unpleasant hiss of metal scratching on metal. Her slight quivering in the noisy friction does not go unnoticed. As soon as I kick the lower part of the lengthy pole, all the weight she placed on the front collapses on her. Naturally, her body begins to tilt in the other direction. The docent is leaning more and more, and her pole is pinned down by the edge of my sword, disarmed. Completely defenseless. Lifting my other arm, I landed a fist directly on the unguarded solar plexus. I could feel her breastbone deform and break in two before she was sent flying towards the end of the corridor. Garnet. With my eyes locked on the target, I sought out a glimpse of the presence behind my back and whispered in his direction. Go find the lab and get in there first. Just me? Is that really going to be okay? Saying it will be fine won't relieve Garnet of his concern. I'll need something to convince him. I took my coat off along with the sheath and handed it to Garnet. Sir, that's... Take my gladius. In all of his floundering, he managed to equip the coat and sword firmly. The mental keywords Lan Yen relayed to you. You remember those, right? And our goal as well. Of course! Even if he was prone to waver in his feelings, he was upright at his core. That was the important thing. The pitiful and heartrending struggle to hold his roots fast, grasping onto the smallest specks of dirt. That's what matters the most. You're not going anywhere. The docent stood up in the forking passage of the corridor. It was clear from the get-go that breaking a bone or two wouldn't incapacitate them. There was just one thing that would work. High-grade equipment, Pog? I'll deal with the obstacle. The path should be clear to your eyes as well. Right! I only needed a second to adjust the direction a little. What are you babbling about? A different color of outrage is painted over her pure rage. Even if she can't hear the conversation, stopping in the middle of the battle to have a casual exchange with a third party was sure to enrage her for being ignored. That's what I was looking for. The layer upon layer of anger was going to dull the sharpness of her mind. You're not getting away! I gathered strength in my legs. The feeling is rather different from controlling muscles. It's more akin to hydraulic cylinders and motors pumping energy into my right leg. My next attack won't be easy to keep track of. The distance was closed in an instant. Like a marble launched from a slingshot, I approached the target at great speed. This momentum is asking to be exerted. So, all right, listen. I'm gonna do my best to not do the writer thing and pick apart the fucking reading, the text of what I'm reading, but this momentum is asking to be exerted is odd. It probably could have been phrased a little bit better. I simply opened my palm and placed it under my opponent's chin. Her head was thrown back to an almost unnatural degree. Her head was thrown back at an unnatural angle. We're past actual like pictures now, so we're on text. And as I should have given this as a disclaimer, but as part of my master's and English degree, I have critically broken down more pieces of writing than I could fucking count. So when I'm actually sitting down and reading like a light novel thing in this way, it's really hard for me to not just spit out writing advice like I'm fucking criticizing the thing. And I just want to preface anything else that I say after this point with, hey, this isn't an actual criticism. This is just me expressing the thing that I have been trained to do for the last fucking 6 years of my life. So, it be like that. I apologize if I upset anyone with my comments. Using an unaugmented body is not unlike driving a car. The procedure on my legs allows me to maneuver them similar to how you feed energy into a car's engine and speed it up by stepping on the accelerator. You could also argue that augments are like vehicles in that the field of use as well as proficiency can differ depending on the manufacturer and model. He's gonna spew, take caution, and splash zone. I'm not saying that I won't do it, because I probably will do it. Just be careful. Just don't fucking take this as word of God, me saying that the fucking thing is unreadable or whatever. Like, it's not. This fucking series is fantastic. I've been having a really good time with it. Just know that I have very specific nitpicks that I'm going to nit and pick. I have very specific nits that I will pick. Alright, however, a vehicle is ultimately a tool. It is up to the driver to operate it. The performance just now was accumulation of my experience more than anything. As I figured when I broke her breastbone, this woman is tough. Her cervical vertebrae are still intact from an impact that would have shattered those of a regular member. Even though she's passed out, it was only for a moment. That fleeting moment was all I needed. Garnet. My arm extends and once again finds its fist in the center of her chest. The macabre sensation of breaking bones being further buried into the body can be felt, and the feeling of the organs and muscles around them being torn apart is delivered through the skin. But it doesn't quite lead to the feeling of a life being snuffed out. She had already detached from the fist, tumbling through a door at the end of the corridor. I continued the sentence that had gone up wayward for a second. Now. Ah, got it! Garnet started sprinting after a brief answer. I could have pursued the opponent and finished her off right away, but I chose to send Garnet on his way first. Incapacitating a docent of the ring without using weapons was going to take some time. Just reset LobCorp for the third time. I got 3 different A-lifts, Army in Army in Black, Blue Star, and nothing there. And I needed to reset. God, if Army in Black is annoying. Yup. I got all their ego, though. There you go. And yeah, Army starts out as the fucking low baby tier. It's actually an A-lif. After watching Garnet turn the corner, I walked through the broken doorway. In the massive hall, a myriad of purposeless doors lined the wall as far as the eye could see. There was no use in telling ceilings, walls, and floors apart from each other. If the door were to reassemble itself, I might have no way to return. That's how this hall was designed. The docent finally makes a smile. The docent finally smiles. If you know what kind of place this is, then you should know that it was a huge mistake to walk into this hall. Well, I can't say if it was, but that does sound like something I've heard often. Bluffing, are you? That one is not something I've heard often. The docent corrects her posture and lunges at me. She looked ready to engage with me from a distance this time, either having calmed down or having determined that she would have the upper hand in this place. Unfortunately for her, she will not have that space. Artificially weaved muscle fibers once again build up strength. Just read the meme on Discord. Hold on, I haven't seen the meme on Discord. Italian people are a danger to society. Wow, cool Virgilius. Yup, basically. Pretty much. Artificially weaved muscle fibers once again build up strength. Propelled with explosive force, I reached her without delay. A fist is struck upon her chest yet again. The impact of my hand colliding with her solar plexus, or the sorry remainder of bruised flesh where it once used to be, is sent to me. I can drop her off the edge into the bottomless chasm before she can regain her balance. If I can drop her off the edge into the bottomless chasm before she can regain her balance, the fight will be over. There is the faint sound of crackling and shifting. Finally, however, the tenacity of the docent was nothing to scoff at. After taking 3 blows in the same spot, she adapts to the attack and manages to stay in place, returning a bloodied smirk. The hall stirs with a strange noise, as though the floor wished to become the ceiling. The compartment the two of us were standing in began to steeply incline. If I hadn't been here before, I would have been in danger of losing my footing. If I hadn't, that is. The wish of the hall had become true. The docent was hanging onto the edge of the wall that now became a cliff. Though she is certainly at a disadvantage, her eyes are still animated. The stubborn determination to live and urge to ascend the ledge at the slightest chance was burning in her eyes. And right now, I am above her, a foot stretched before her eye. I'll drag you into the abyss with me! I don't know, it certainly looks like I have the high ground. It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground! Prolonging this battle any longer could pose danger. I have to end it, now. Right, it was something called Shin, if I remember her words correctly. In that case, 2 Hmong should be enough. I deaden my breath and clear my mind. Rummaging through this bag of memories, I carefully fumble around the recollections and pick the heaviest and densest ones to fill my emptied head. A group of children about half as tall as my waist gather around me. Boxes wrapped in colorful papers, prepared for the kids. Snow-covered streets celebrating creation. Emotions that may be trivial to others, but that are far more plentiful than I deserve. A bouquet of such emotions that I could call absolution. The bundle that resembled the sunlight scattered away, like beams fading behind dark clouds. I remember every single moment of it. I engraved all of them into my eyes. The Luna of hope I felt that day, and the Luna of despair I felt that day. Oh shit. That's a raw-ass fucking art there. Holy fuck. Get fucking booted. 2 rings of light that resemble the glow of the moon wrap around my leg. Moon reference, poggers! Carrying this nightly luster, the leg sorrowfully lands on the docent as she climbs up the cliff, screaming. With such lightness that I can barely hear the footfall, a sound so quiet that it's masked by her last gasp. She got JoJo'd. In a most airy descent, the moonlit leg crushed the docent's miserably wounded chest. It was neither the augmentation, blood pressure, nor the contraction of muscles. The only thing that moved was the mind. Kicking off with a recoil of the heart, I returned through the broken door presented by the hall. So this is the power of the light she mentioned. The power of sin. Oh, fuck. Who is she? Was this motherfucker talking to goddamn Angela? Or not Angela, Carmen? Hey, Cal, how's it going? Oh, fuck. Oh, this is the rando that we ran into. To maintain lexical consistency between the original Korean and the Japanese English versions, the proper nouns shin and Hmong will be written with romanization. It could also be PT, you're right. She did mention something like that. The proper noun shin is based on the Japanese pronunciation of the Han Chinese character and pertains to the mind. In the original Korean version, Virgilius' description of various emotions all have Hmong present in them, such as hope, despair, disillusion, and expectation. As indicated in this book's title, Hmong is also the pronunciation of the Han character that, meaning full moon. Given that Virgilius was originally a Roman poet, we've elected to use the Latine Luna, or Lunae, alongside the emotions that invoked Mong to give a similar effect when not specifically referring to Mong as a proper noun. There you go. Neat. It could be Carmen, it could be Iori. Fucking PT certainly seems to be the only one that he would have actually had contact with. And V just fucking manifested light on the fly. It's possible that he had known about this before, but never manifested it until now. I don't know. We are, however, going to go and BRB real quick, as I have to use the restroom and get more to drink. I will leave the music playing, and I'll see you guys in just a minute. We will return, and the trauma will continue. I'm back. Sorry about that. Ugh. Much better. Bathroom run. Good and done. Fucking whew! Alright. Dog's just doing just fine outside. Everything's looking completely a-okay good, which means that we can continue reading. We're on book 13. We are we are over halfway. We're almost a third of the way, or almost 3/4 of the way in. So we're getting there. It's a slow but sure thing. But like we'll fucking get there at some point. I've got a fucking. I got a notification on Discord. Hold on, I got rid of it. We're good. Okay, we're clear to start. Ah, continuing. My legs felt like stones. Oh wait, no, this is not from Virgilius's perspective. The fact that this was the first time Mr. Virgilius and I were separated since we came to the Rings Gallery has been weighing on me. So to be honest, it isn't just the gallery. Most of the time he's been with me to help me with work lately. And when he wasn't around, the other experienced fixers have kept me company. Being in those groups limited my role, but I was able to go unharmed thanks to them. And maybe these heavy footsteps I'm taking right now might be my first step towards being an independent fixer. My friend got me into Granblue Fantasy, and the current event raid boss looks like it would be an Abno. What's the current event? Hold on. I play Granblue as well. I'm decently into Granblue. I'm like, I'm not sure what rank I am. I'm like in the upper hundreds. I feel like I'm past 150. I'm fairly certain I'm past 150, where it's just like fuck it, everything's unlocked, go crazy. Can I buy this outfit? It still is not letting me do that. What a shame. How many gachas you play? A lot. I've dabbled in a lot of gachas. I don't consistently play like any of them. Whereas like I've dabbled in very, 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 very many gachas. I just don't, you know, like marry myself to them when I actually sit down. Wait, is this last anniversary, or is it this anniversary? Or is this the anniversary? Or is this the countdown to the anniversary? We'll fucking worry about that later. But yeah, neat. Poggers. It does not surprise me that that it would look like a fucking Abno. These guys are terrifying. You get an evoker? Oh, fuck. Alright, here we go. Never mind, this is the event. God. We'll worry about that later. For now, let's keep going. It looks like it's time for me to hop on GBF again. Oh boy. I couldn't help but sigh. The corridor was narrow but unfathomably long. What will I do if I go the wrong way? What if the door handle was booby-trapped? Even if it isn't, what if the door doesn't lead to where I want? No, what if I ran into an unexpected foe and got trounced before I could even reach my destination? It's hard for me to be into a gacha without full committing to the daily grind. I mostly play gachas for, whatchamacallits, the story. I largely just go in, get dopamine, like, extract whatever fucking dopamine I want from it, and then just leave. Also, phone space is kind of important. Take my Gladius. That's what he told me. If I can only assume the reason he gave me his Gladius was because he couldn't put his full trust in my capabilities. Hey, thank you for the sub, Real.
Yo.
Much appreciated, my guy. I play on PC mostly. Based, that's a good choice. That's the other thing is I played a lot on my phone, which made it very easy to just sort of like pick up and drop a lot of different things. Whereas getting something on like BlueStacks or something like that is a lot more intensive an investment. Still, trusting me with his weapon, he may have bit... Goddamn, dude, fucking professionally translated! Still, trust me with his weapon may have been his way of showing that he does have a bit of faith in me. Like... I love that it's like, oh yeah, you know, only a handful of these have been actually professionally translated, and it's like, You may want to go back for a second fucking draft, y'all. This is sloppy. If that's the case, and if I want to repay his partial trust, I have to do this right. Come on, pull yourself together, Garnet. Collecting my thoughts, I close my eyes. Doors of an identical shape, their numbers out of order. There's one correct door that must be among them. In my head, I slowly retraced Lanyen's intel and the footage Lapis risked her life to film. My memory does not fail me. I clearly remember the starting point and the goal from the video. Room 718. The destination wasn't too far from where I was. Eye, fragment, and glass. Although I was never taught how to use mental keyword locks, the door opened just by thinking those words. It was so simple and effortless, it made all my concerns moot. Gripping back tension before I could loosen up, I gently entered the open door. To the laboratory that I saw in the video. With every step I take, my neurons fire off furiously. It's a weird way to phrase that. God, I can feel my neurons firing! Gah, my brain! Every step that I take, my neurons are intensifying, man! Like, God, maybe a little less flowery on that. This is definitely another way to fucking say that. Every little thing that comes into my sight brings up a past lesson. For example, the corner up ahead. In the 7 Association seminar, I hate that. 7 Association seminar. They advise us to hold our breath for a moment and keep our ears open for possible footsteps whenever we approach the corner of a path. There might be a trap just out of view, or an ambush waiting to strike unsuspecting victims. The sound of my swallowed saliva rings loudly in my ears. It only seems loud because I'm nervous, I consoled myself as I quietly leaned on the wall and pictured what was around the corner. Faint and low-pitched sounds, the time between footsteps, and the occasional chatter. 2 people are around the corner. Fortunately, they didn't seem to have noticed me. Unfortunately, though, this corridor is way too clean. I don't see any objects or props I can use as cover on the way here, and it'd be reasonable to guess that they won't be ahead. There won't be any ahead either. Conflict is probably unavoidable. You gotta be aware of your limits and know what moves you can and can't make in battle. While tightening my grip on his gladius, I was reminded of Rikako's words. She would often make insightful remarks. It kind of bothers me that her stare falls on me whenever she says such things, but I'm sure she meant well with the advice. It kind of bothers me that her stare falls on me. It seems like they have a really bad time with doubling up on he and her kind of things. The pronouns are bracketing a fucking word instead of just being, you know, her stare falls on me. And it was that may be some kind of odd quirk of Korean language. I don't know. I don't speak it even a little bit. And it was thanks to her that I could shake off thoughts beyond my level right now. In all likelihood, trying to mimic the surprise attacks Mr. Vergilius often performs won't work out. In that case, a better... Hold on, fucking hell. I got... Nah. In all likelihood... Oh, wait. In that case, a better plan would be to drop my foe's guard by making myself look sloppy and then lunging at them. I should be able to close the distance while they're confused. They'll soon brace themselves and attack me, but when they do, they will probably go for the part they see first, my left arm. That's when I'll thrust the sword into a vital point with my right arm. I suppose losing my left arm is a price I can deal with. Deciding to give up my non-dominant left arm instead of my right was a result of weighing my options. I heard prosthetic replacements for frequently used body parts cost more. Something about it being trickier to replicate the muscle mass and nerve compatibility. I felt pathetic for having thoughts like these. Why am I making plans with the premise that I'm going to lose an arm before I've even begun fighting? Shouldn't I be thinking of ways to get through this without losing any limbus? These aren't the kinds of thoughts he would have. If only I wasn't such a milksop. Hey, listen, milk's pretty cool. My man, calm down. You are overthinking this shit. The footsteps grew close enough to drown out my stray thoughts. There's no time left to strategize. I'm a pushover, so I should do what a pushover can to win. What? I don't remember how I made the leap. Damn, he really just fucking stuck the sword directly in the dude's chest. Here, hold this for me. I don't remember how I made the leap. The target's frightened breath, their shoes squeaking against the floor in response to this sudden assault. The fluttering of white gowns and the terrified faces of 2 researchers entered my senses as disconnected snapshots. Despite being members of the ring, my opponents didn't appear to be good fighters. However, they seemed to have some means of self-defense, judging from the way they reached into their coats. I gave them an exploitable opening, moving my left arm their way. Please, not a critical spot. Ah! Bracing for serious pain in my arm, I stabbed the gladius into one researcher's heart with all my might. I could feel the gladius push its tip through their muscles, but the pain crossing my left arm never came. Were they too struck with panic to attack? When I glanced at my left arm, I saw that my coat had stopped the blade in its tracks. That explains why he gave me the coat as well. Before I could let gratitude and relief set in, the researcher at their side now charged me with their weapon drawn. Yeah, stay away! I swung my gladius in an attempt to hit the blade of the dagger they pulled out. Then I felt a strange click from the hilt. Huh? Clank! That's not a dagger, that is a staff. Instead of blades striking against each other, only the sound of one separated from its base, falling to the ground, had reached my ears. It fell off the dagger like melted ice cream. That's still not a dagger. The heating mechanism. I remember the guide's wound being cauterized by Mr. Virgilius's sword. Virgilius's? I don't know. And now that same burn was left on the upper half of this researcher's body, split in 2 and dropped on the floor. Astonished by the sharpness of his gladius that can cut through a person's body smoothly without and the durability of the coat I'm wearing, I felt a small pang of guilt for the 2 bodies on the floor. However, that soon subsided when once I reminded myself of where they worked. Looking for the kids I saw being tortured in laboratory machines, I ran across the corridor. Lapis. This place was far more repugnant than in the footage. Thinking of my friends who must be resting in discomfort inside those rows of test tubes made my stomach turn. It's how you can increase the refraction rate. Noted, but if the refraction rate is too high... Following the sound of familiar voices, I found Rikako and Nuncio wearing M-Corp attire. Some researchers seemed to be giving them explanations on the experiment they were doing. I see, so there's a lever. I could sense relief in the eyes of our 2 fake N-Corp employees when we exchanged glances. Rikako chuckled and nudged her chin, while Nancil gave me a discreet thumbs up. Yeah, I think I've heard just about all I need. Pardon? But I haven't even started on the glass window superposition on the linkage. Nah, forget it. You must be tired from all the lab work, so why don't you take a sweet nap? Nancil, Garnet! And then they get got. Rikako's fist hits the flabbergasted researcher in the stomach. Meanwhile, Nancil snuck up to the researcher next to him and choked him from behind. In the time it took him to deprive the researcher of consciousness, Rikako had already taken down 3. There were 7 researchers in the lab. Rikako and Nancil knocked out 3 each in less than 5 minutes. I was able to subdue the last one with ease. It boosted my confidence to get a feel for what his sword and coat were capable of. Though of course I still had a long way to go to get on the level of these skilled fixers. Ugh, excuse me. Darn it, did you get here from that corridor by yourself? You've gotten pretty good. Nancil showered me with praise and raised thumbs. And a thumbs up. A raised thumb, I guess 2? It's fine. It gets a pass. That wasn't anything impressive. All he did with our boss's sword and coat was beat a few pansies who couldn't even wield a knife to save their lives. Ma'am, I saw you cheer for him while he fought, yelling, "Yeah, go get him!" and such. Yeah, Garnet's actually got hands now, holy shit. I did, but only because it was so insufferable to watch. What, you have a problem? Rikako made a gruff reply. Their quarreling that used to have me concerned about the state of the team felt like a breath of fresh air here. Perhaps it's these moments of relieving tension that help them complete so many field jobs. Master Virgilius will be back soon. How are things going on your side? We were able to figure out the controls and how the mechanical machines work without much trouble. Wasted a bit of time thanks to Nancil being a total bungler with machines, but hey, this wasn't a half-bad record. Come on now, I only struggled one time. Ha! Back when I was in your grade, it only took me a glimpse to get stuff all figured out. Fixers these days are raised too soft. Oh, yeah, kids these days, grimbledy fucking bimble. Rikako's words made my heart beat with anticipation. The 2 of them were assigned the roles of gaining entry into the lab while disguised as Moonlight Stone Couriers since they earned higher fixer grades. Not through stunning combat expertise, but through a plethora of certificates for various professions. We needed skilled personnel to deal with all these buttons and levers, as careless handling could cause terrible accidents like what was filmed in the footage. I remember hearing from Denver that the reason Rikako keeps Nancil around, even though she scolds him like this daily, is that he had skills worth developing. She wouldn't have talked to him in the first place if he was an actual lost cause. That's what Denver had added as she giggled. In any case, having 2 capable fixers with me lessened my worries. Then we can start rescuing my friends now. Where should we start? I asked in an admittedly hopeful tone. I wanted to rescue the kids as soon as possible and find Lapis. Oh. The 2 didn't look too delighted, however. Rikako made a perplexed face, and Nansul slunk his eyes away. I was familiar with it. It was after watching Lapis' videotape at the office. My plea to hurry and rescue her was met with a similar coldness. Garnet, our primary objective is to seize the singularity. Don't you remember? It's the reason we got into this job. Rikako said in a slightly frustrated but appeasing tone. And I knew that. Fixers are motivated by the sense of interest. I was well aware that I should grow accustomed to this and adopt their mindset sooner rather than later. But still. I know, but if you know the controls, it shouldn't be an issue to stop the machines right now. I'm not demanding that we push everything else to the side to save my friends by force. But if they know how to operate the machine, surely there's nothing stopping them from getting the subjects out. I tried to persuade Rikako with that logic. About that, things got a bit more complicated, Garnet. That's when Nansul reluctantly brought up something. We thought we could just turn the machines off and set your friends free, but we learned on closer inspection that the data will reset once the machines shut down, which means... In short, losing the data means we lose our chance at seizing the singularity, so the kids will have to wait. Rikako always based her priorities on value, and when 2 objectives were in conflict, she would discard the one with less worth without batting an eye. Perhaps remaining level-headed throughout the process is what allowed her to climb to where she stands now. I can't help but wonder how I look in her eyes. An immature rookie who whines when things aren't going his way. An incompetent fledgling unfit to work as a fixer. Or worse, she might not be thinking of me as a calling at all. Her priorities might have shifted a little, had the subjects lying in the tubes been acquaintances of her coworkers. Of her coworker, her. But what if something happens while downloading the data?
Find the break, waterborne, keep it calm, be afraid to
I need to clean my fucking desk. Something fierce. Might do that when we're finished here. I don't know that we're going to be able to finish this all in one stream, because I do need to go and cook dinner eventually. But we'll see. This has gotten a lot... This is taking a lot longer now that we're on to the text thing, because we're like only halfway through fucking book 13. Like, this is long. But what if something happens while downloading the data? And here I was, miserably insisting on the unreasonable once more, knowing all this. Garnet, let's say we open those 2s right now and save those kids and lose the data. What next? We'll need some leverage to use in our favor if we want to get out of this alive after provoking the ring. Ma'am? Nansul looked at Rikako as if he wanted to stop her, but she went on. Rest of the chapters are kind of long. Oh god. Our boss would probably manage no problem. He's a color and everything, but what about me and Nansul, and the people at our office, and you? She rebuked even harder, and then continued with a vague look on her face that didn't appear to signal anger or sadness. I don't think I can handle spending the rest of my life being chased by the ring. Are you prepared to bear that responsibility for us, Garnet? An agonizing silence fills the air. The most agonizing of all was my own behavior. All I could do was stare at my own feet, unable to stand my ground against Rikako's argument. I thought I was ready to face this when I asked Mr. Virgilius to help over the payphone. I thought that even if saving Lapis was an arduous ordeal, I'd be able to do it with the help from the office and from him. But in the end, even that stereotypical feat of overcoming hardship was the preserve of those with power. Weird word choice, but alright. That's why Rikako and Nansul have been planning ahead, looking far into the future, taking into account what kind of organization the Ring is, the ramifications of getting into conflict with the Syndicate, the losses it will cause, the gains they could reap if the operation is a success in spite of the risks, all of it. Can I bear that responsibility? Of course I can. I can't even be sure of my own immediate future, so how would I do something far-sighted planners that aren't confident they can manage? There's just no way. Even so, I know all the kids lying in these tubes by name, but you two don't. You don't know the soured sweetness of half-melted candy sticking to its wrapper, held inside a small, patient palm for hours and hours. You don't know the chilly breaths we had let out to make the fanciest drawings on frosted windows during a cold day with broken heaters. Our inherent dearth gave richness to each moment of our lives. So, we weren't related by blood, but we were family nonetheless. I know all of them. I sank to my knees at the cruelty of having to weigh the lives of my dying siblings against profit and loss. Garnet. But how awful it was that I still couldn't reject it. You're right about everything. No, I'm actually not sure if you are. But it's just so upsetting that it sounds right, and I don't know what I can say to prove you wrong. I get how you feel. That wall of helplessness you've hit is another name for reality. If you need to accept it, we can't... So you need to accept it. We can't afford to live in fantasies. Nonsal put it sedately, to which Rikako shrugged. It's a hurdle every fixer has to go through to become the high-caliber workforce. Right, Nonsal? He had a big ditzy, too. He used to be a bit ditzy, too. I'm used to it now. Nonsal said in agreement, though his smile left his face for a second. Perhaps we all have a stage of pupation we must go through. Once we've hardened enough and fully prepared ourselves to leave the cocoon, only then will we begin our own flight. In this metaphor, I'd only be a small larva just beginning to make my cocoon. I hope the pain that will mold me into a butterfly is sensible. Alright, that's enough of that. Time to get back to business. You cool, Garnet? Rikako saw me give a weak nod, then turned to Nonsal. Hey, Nonsal, why don't we make use of the lab space now that there's no one here to interrupt us? we're gonna have to hurry, though. Sure thing, ma'am. Nonsal replied casually, oh fuck. Then he entered the control room to work with the panels. I can save them. Rikako and Nonsal are quick with their work. There will definitely be a chance once they've finished with the singularity. Muttering what could be taken as a resolution to myself or an excuse to my friends still trapped in the machines, I headed for the entrance. I wanted to be ready to fend off intruders in case any appeared. However, I heard the clicking of shoes coming from a completely unexpected direction. Someone was walking into this place from inside the control room. It was the person with multiple rings. The auctioneer Mr. Vergilius and I saw. Oh god, it's Spot. Oh god, it's Spot. Yo, what is that fucking weapon? Oh no, dude. Oh no, dude. We are in trouble. What's a maestro doing here? I heard Rikako's confused exclamation. All of us probably shared the same feeling. Has it been a diversion after all? Sneaking into the lab while your allies joined the auction? Jumsoon was calm in spite of the incapacitated ring members and researchers collapsed on the floor around her. There was not a shred of unease from the way she skimmed over the outfits Rikako and Nonsal were wearing and nodded as if she admired the craft. It seems it's not just the children you're trying to extract. Was I really truly deceived by Sir Vergilius? Maybe I should have paid heed to the caution. Don't come a step closer. I know you're head over heels for this tech. One flick and I could destroy every bit of data you've gathered. Got it? Rikako warned, holding a lever. Jumsoon gave a vacant look at Rikako with a mysterious expression, and she raised the corners of her mouth very, very slowly. It was not my intention to eavesdrop upon you, but you seem to be rather fond of realities. What? Rikako returned. She seemed to be taken aback by that arbitrary remark. Rikako returned? What? Reality. Ha! People and their obsession with it. Personally, I'm averse to that word. Her wandering eyes suddenly flick their gaze to Rikako. And then... Go! Oh, fuck. Rikako frowns in pains and staggers. On the other hand, Nonsal maintained his usual calm expression. Only he wasn't offering a hand to help Rikako stand. It didn't take long to grasp what had just taken place before my eyes. Comprehending it, on the other hand, needed more time. The blade Nonsal was holding had impaled Rikako's abdomen. Imposter moment. Do 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 do. Chum chum. Do 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 do.
Gotcha, bitch.
There we go. Rikako seems to have realized the same thing. Looking down at the blade poking through her stomach, she then turned to Nonsal, who was standing behind her. Nonsal, like you said, ma'am, I figured we were on our own to make ourselves a way to live. I hate both of you. Not really, but emotionally. Yeah, no, that's understandable. You damn little... When did you join hands with them? When we were setting up the operation. I knew a grade 3 fixer like me stood no real chance. You gotta show some love for your office mates at least. You've sunk low. You You had just said it yourself, too. You don't put others in your priorities when you can't take responsibility for their survival. Truth is, I considered bringing you round, but I decided not to. You're not the type to mingle with others easily, after all. Is that what you meant by... Well, this was reality for me. Nothing's too low for reality, is it? Rikako opened her mouth as if to say something, but soon closed it back. Maybe she had run out of strength, or she just couldn't find anything left to say. It took hearing Rikako collapse to the floor for me to finally speak up. Why would you... In response, Donsel shrugged with a quiet cackle. It was as though he was telling me that the answer was stated multiple times already. In some ways, his gesture resembled what Rikako did a bit ago, and that's when something finally dawned on me. If this was the reality, perhaps the pupa shouldn't have left the cocoon in the first place. There was no such thing as sensible pain. Ah, thank you for coming all the way here, my precious gem. Jumpsuit spoke to me, in an elegant voice smooth as marble. To tell you the truth, I had given up on the gem that is you, Garnet. The red gaze was a massive thorn standing in the way. And you'd even become a fixer. What a hassle this became. Me? I aim to create uncompromising perfection, but because of your little deviation, I almost had to compromise with reality and undermine the integrity of my art. I've been feeling rather unhappy because of that. I really owe you my thanks. She even bowed her head like she sincerely wanted to show her gratitude. Realizing that all my friends, including myself, were treated like nothing more than materials for a twisted work of art had set my heart ablaze with anger. Why? Why did it have to be my friends? What kind of grudge did you have against the Red Gaze? I vented my unbridled anger at the maestro. Why did it have to be the orphanage? What they needed was an ounce of happiness, not more tragedy. We were destitute children who were trying to find crumbs of joy in the smallest things. I can't imagine a reason to go to the lengths of inflicting misfortune on people like us. I guarantee you, the fucking orphanage was already planned to be this way, dude. Grudge? Yet Jumpsoon tilted her head as though she heard an unfamiliar word. I bear no ill feelings like that. Don't you know what I mean, Garnet? That orphanage was chosen. Chosen? That was not a word I was familiar with. It's where the first miracle occurred. Right there, right then, where you were. Miracle? We never saw any miracles. We were busy savoring little bits of happiness that weren't anything more than regular occurrences to others. We've never... Ah. Then it hit me. One thing flashed across my mind. It was a catastrophe, not at all reminiscent of a miracle. It was the exact opposite of one. The incident where a terrible mass of flesh appeared at the orphanage and took so many lives. Chaos that Lapis and I could barely survive. An event that caused Mr. Virgilius, the Red Gaze, to stop visiting the orphanage. Is that what she's calling a miracle? Wait, you're talking about the incident on Christmas Eve, aren't you? What else could it be? It couldn't have happened on a more fitting day, truly befitting the Holy Eve commemorating birth. It was a miraculous day of uncut gems beginning to shine. I wanted to believe I had heard wrong, but it was simply out of the question. There was no miracle. My body is shaking. I was overwhelmed with fury upon listening to her disregard for everything I cared for. My head was boiling with rage. I couldn't even form my words properly. No. It will mark the beginning of everything. The starting point of innumerable worlds that we will unravel from now on. While I stay silent, Jumpsoon keeps running her mouth. You may not have known this, Garnet, but our gallery had been planning to make something fascinating for a good while now. For that to happen, we must dedicate utmost care to every step of it. We can't settle for anything less than what is chosen by the world, Garnet. You heard its cry, didn't you? The first of the resurrected to return from the scattered light? Tom Airy was the fucking first. The first thing to come out of the light was the horribly fucking messed up monster entity? Oh god. Her voice raised higher and higher as she went on. An ecstatic flush suffused her face, and her eyes grew thin as if she were observing something captivating. And in a moment, she made an order. Mr. Nansul, was it? Could you pull the yellow lever next to you all the way up, if you please? This lever. Yeah, good job, Angela. Luck of the shitty. Here we fucking go. Nansul hesitates for a moment, and I look into his reluctant eyes. No, please say that's not it. Please don't accept that as part of your reality. I stared at him with pleading eyes. is what you think it is. Even though I didn't know what the lever's exact function, one thing was clear to me. That everything I did was to save my friends. That everything I did to save my friends will be for naught. That everything will start falling apart right before my eyes. That this downfall will be caused by someone who I thought was family. That I will no longer be able to understand. That I will no longer be able to save Lapis. Understood. Non-soul! A shout akin to a akin to a scream escaped my throat. My legs, which were frozen stiff until a second ago, began sprinting towards Nonsul. But I was wrong to the end. It was me who wasn't in his right mind. Rikaku gave me harsh but truthful words, and yet I could never open my eyes. This is reality, Garnet. It's time to wake up. Disjointed World's Identity Superposition device activated. Initiating refraction rate intensification sequence. Target maximum refraction. Following the announcement of a dry mechanical voice, a chorus of distressing hums filled the laboratory. It was the sound of rifts opening, and the sound of something shattering within me, impaled by the stake that is reality. Oh no! Okay, maybe this is the alternate reality thing that I was talking about. Oh god, is this how they got their hands on... So is the whole experiment for this, is the whole thing that they did for this to begin manifesting different identities for people? Is that the whole point of this? Is like the origin story of how that system came about? And now Dante is using it, whoever the fuck Dante is? Oh my god, dude. Jumsoon is male, but is referred to with female pronouns in this chapter of Leviathan, specifically the word she. This is for two reasons. Jumsoon's name, Jumsoon, is traditionally feminine in its formation, Jumsoon being a suffix typically reserved for females. Jumsoon has a feminine appearance to Garnet's eyes, and he hasn't explicitly learned yet that Jumsoon is a man. Maestros are always referred to with he as a form of respect to the title. Think of it as army privates referring to a female sergeant as sir. This is why Garnet maintains his incorrect assumption. Yeah, this is to connect Limbus and Ruina together. God help us, dude. Oh no, man. As the sound of the rifts echoed throughout the laboratory, the children inside the machines began to spit out unintelligible things, screams and painful wails. Stop, please. I don't want to see. I'm looking into myself. I could understand what that last utterance meant. It was evidence with the myriad of scenes that have unfolded in a flash before my eyes. It's fucking weird tense shifting there, alright? At the center of them, all was my back. It was quite strange looking at countless versions of myself from behind. Though it wasn't terror I felt. The sight was rather tranquil, in fact. Perhaps a more apt way to put it would be that I was unsure of what emotion to feel. Then all the visions twist, flip, split, and waver, until everything begins to overlap. My multitudes occupying or being placed in the space turn around and look at me. My eyes meet one of the dozens, hundreds, thousands of my other selves. It might be his that met mine. Calm down. And at a moment's notice, the scenes fade away, as though claimed by a bottomless chasm. I vanished into the tremor. Are you ready to have your mind blown? I'm prepared. This will be interesting. I was on my knees, wailing in the midst of heavy rain. The storm in my heart raged with such fury that the downpour couldn't compare, and my despair grows grimy and sodden in the rain. Why am I crying out here? I was a member of the streetlight office, an unremarkable one with unimpressive pay and a lack of fame. In other words, it was a job I had no reason to be attached to. Then, one day we were invited to a place called the Library and lost Lapis there while I survived. We left you behind as you became part of the library's collection. You stupid idiot. Why? Oh no. I hoped that it wasn't Lapis who'd replace the cake in the fridge. I remember that one time, on a rainy day like this one, I got into a fight with Lapis over something small. I was so heated by her mocking tone, I was on the verge of raising my fist. But when I simmered down a little, I noticed that she was holding an umbrella over my head as she kept replying to my grumbles in the same sassy tone. The streetlight always stands solemnly, shining down in the dark. Letting it gently illuminate the lurching waves of my heart would often help me calm down. That made it my wish to be like you, shining ever more brightly in the dark. I have to get Lapis's book from the library. That's what I can do for... Ah! For a while, I poured out my feelings I couldn't quite describe into the rain. and the light shining down on me gradually dimmed before eventually fading out. My surroundings blur again like raindrops running along a window. The me in the scenery casts his gaze upon me to meet my eyes. I don't try to avoid my glare. Director, how could this even be considered tolerable? The outcry of someone breathing heavily from uncontained emotions reached my ears. As I looked around upon hearing the unfamiliar title, a desk piled high with papers caught my eye. Wait, yo, what the fuck? I felt it was a rather friendly sight, and with that, the feeling of unfamiliarity dissolved like spume. I took a deep breath. My men are too easily upset at this immediate injustice, too eager to argue against it with logic. At such small things, at such insignificant things. The southern branch of the She Association was rotten to the core. I aimed to excise each and every trace of the corruption taking hold of this organization. But I still had work to do. Though I hadn't had proper sleep for 10 days, this was not yet the time to rest. I could only say this. I want you to suppress your feelings and remind yourself, money, fame, and power rule over this world. I thought about the fixers of partnered offices whom I heard were all killed off. The Section 3 director had summoned me one day to demand straight away that I report what I'm up to. When I replied that I plan to fix what is broken, they pulled out a pack of cigarettes and burnt through it in one sitting. Why that person decided to help with the cause was beyond me. They swore they'd retire next year too. Just fucking wait for the thing to go. We'll get there, I swear. Maybe, I don't fucking know. It was my job to hearten up my subordinates and assure them that we're almost through the crisis. I should tell them with unwavering confidence. However, being confident and having to be confident were two different matters. I had to ensure that everything I did wasn't a fool's errand. I must see to it that this is not to be a dead end for my men. To ease this troubled mind, I turned to look out the window. Then a gust of wind blew outside, turning the world upside down once more. My eyes meet another's. The broiling heat wakes me up at dawn. The weak breeze produced by my decrepit fan does little to dry off the beads of sweat trickling down my back. I had to be up by 6 in the morning anyway. I got a decent post at the local library, and I could avoid the attention of my landlord by leaving at this time of day. He forgave me with a generous smile when I couldn't meet rent for 2 months, but his understanding of juvenility turned into clamorous demands once he noticed my overdue rent would continue to grow for another month or two. I could use some I keep writing and erasing text messages. Living in a rural area. What the fuck? Living in a rural area, my parents don't know how pricey things are in the big city. They think I've taken the midnight shift to make myself some extra money, but they don't know how hard it is to cover the gas, water, and electric bills for my cramped lodging, on top of food, travel, and all the other little things. They are reassured by their son that his academic excellence at the top of his class would put him and his family on the road to luxury, but they don't know that I applied for a lesser university to secure scholarships. They don't know that I had to take a semester off to make a living, or that I was busy flying from table to table serving customers at a barbecue restaurant while others were busy flying in and out of the country, building international experience and studying abroad. I wanted to know where it all went wrong, but with everything taken together, there's only one conclusion to make. I was the one who tried and failed to qualify for the jobs. It must have been my lack of effort that got me rejected. If only I'd slept just a little less than I did. If only I'd bought one fewer piece of clothing. If only I hadn't gotten my hands on different food because I was sick of instant ramen. If only I didn't have to study less and work more to make up for the hole it made in my balance. If only I didn't let temptation get the better of me. It's because I wasn't good enough. I wasn't trying hard enough. I stepped outside to get some fresh air and gazed at the sky. When I was asked one time about what kind of person I desired to be as a kid during a job interview, I'd wanted to say, I wished I could be rich enough to take a hot bath in winter. That was enough for me. The interviewer didn't seem to agree, though. I should get another job. I'll get up at 4 in the morning. I'll get up at 4 every morning. I ran my fingers looking up at job openings on my phone. Looking for gym receptionist. My eyes caught a good enough offer. You can't find a part-time job that pays this much for these hours anywhere. I might even find time to study during the shifts if I ask the owner nicely. I was immersed in such thoughts under the blazing sunlight. Kya! I might have been too caught up in my thoughts to notice the terrified screams and people fleeing in chaos. I thought that the shadow cast over me was a cloud or something. It was a particularly large and dark shadow, but I didn't find it strange. When I looked up again, a plane came into my sight. It was flying far lower than usual. It looked as if it was about to plunge into the ground. Ah, I couldn't seem to recall the last time I saw that thing called an airplane fly above the city. More importantly, I can't tell for sure if I knew what an airplane was in the first place. Where am I, anyway? What district of the city did I think I was in? A wave of nausea rises in me as the strangeness of myself existing in this foreign place as if I always belonged here becomes apparent. But all that confusion is useless now. Try as I might, there's no way I can outrun the massive bird of steel. I can tell from this feeling, it's a race I'm doomed to lose, much like my struggle against poverty. In the end, I can't escape the explosion the plane will cause, crashing into the street. All because I was too slow. I was too incapable. I should have taken out life insurance. When I came home every winter, I would see my father's back as he carried the cauldron of water he boiled with our barely functioning gas stove. That was the last image that flashed in my mind. In a blow of hot wind, everything went dark. Before I can realize it, my eyes come into contact with yet another eye, and the world shimmers yet again. Bro, what the fuck is happening? He was Lulu, he was Eugen, he's in Detroit, like, he's in, like, the real-ass world? Next up is a genuine article presented by Master Garnet himself, an orange gemstone processed out of carnelian, a subject procured from an orphanage in District 22. A voice coming from the side opened my eyes. He is limbing. Oh god, I'm about to start fucking limb. I'm gonna limb. An orphanage? Carnelian was a shy kid who would who would only nod or shake his head depending on instead of speaking up. But when we were alone, I was taught how to whistle with grace. I take a moment to examine myself. I'm wearing clothes only members of the ring wear. Next to me is an auctioneer, excitedly following raised hands and chanting bids. I'm at a gallery's auction. There, we have 3 million on. Aha, the gentleman over there put up 4 million. Yes, now we're at 5 million. Will anyone give me more? Bang! And there we have it, a deal of 5 million on. Congratulations. The strike of the gavel brought me back to reality. I could finally take a close look at the item placed on the auctioneer's side. You are gems, and you must discover that you will possess unparalleled beauty if you keep cutting and polishing yourselves. I was reminded of the lesson my teacher would preach time and time again. Teacher? Have I been to a seminar at one of the galleries? The word should have been well known to me, but it's bothering that it occurred to me in an unfamiliar scene. That mattered little, though, compared to this jewel before my eyes. So beautiful. Oh no, dude. The gemstone glistened with a brilliant red hue reminiscent of sunset. My eyes filled with ecstatic delight upon beholding its luster. My favorite part was when Ishmael yelled, "I'm limbing," and limbed all over the place. Bruh. The mystifying and magnificent color is exhibited only by trapping the rough gem in extreme heat and pressure until every aspect they possess has been compressed into a single point. I can picture the process vividly in my head. I can almost see the aesthetics of cruelty at the center of this precious stone. I want to see more. What splendor will a gem of greater size show me? Now that I think about it, a friend by the name of Aqua had clear blue eyes resembling an ocean vibrant with life. If I could have a gem holding that color, if there's a way to make it. No! I shook my head in immediate denial of the thought I just had, but it was no use. There was no hiding that I considered how to process my friends into luxury items just seconds ago, as if I was willing to carry it out as soon as I had the method. Wait, he turned his fucking friends into jewels in this reality? That's fucked up. That, in turn, makes me wonder how I came up with the idea of processing friends. Have I ever had a friend named Aqua? Before that, I can't be sure if I ever had friends at all. Nothing is clear. Am I suffering from some kind of hallucination? Blurry memories of unknown origins are trying to obstruct my vision and judgment. Huh? I can no longer find the reason for the tears that were flowing from my eyes. Of course, it would seem Master Garnet has been touched by the recognition of the true value of his artwork. The auctioneer glamorized my tears as the signs of overflowing gratitude shed by a moved artist. As revolting as it is, I can't say that it's wrong. I adored this gem more than anyone, yet I loathed it at the same time. Why? Why? Why do I loathe this beautiful yet melancholic piece of work? Melancholic? What about this gem evokes such a feeling in me? Wasn't processing a friend the most rapturous part of making jewelry? No, that is no friend. It's a gem, an uncut gem. Why are these odd memories invading my mind? Keep it together, Maestro. Before I knew it, the crowd murmurs, applauds, and all the other noises tormenting my ears ceased. Eyes send a piercing glare toward me from the cracked window. Pointing hands extend from sleeves belonging to different clothes, and mouths move in unison to speak one word. Garnet. I turned my friends into a gem! Funniest shit I've ever seen! Garnet. Gasp, huff. I stumbled, trying to regain my balance. The lab was in my sight again. It felt as if only a fraction of a second had passed, but simultaneously I felt like I had just gone through multitudes of decades and different lives. The tubes had gotten quiet, and not a voice is heard. I peek into the machines to find out the truth behind the stillness. Bro, the fucking origin story of the Gem Knights in this fucking setting is weird, dude. How are they gonna FTK me? Like, how are they gonna FTK me through all this fucking trauma, dude? I don't get it. Inside, I find friends wrapped in some sort of translucent membrane, twitching irregularly. They were curled up like fetuses waiting to be born anew, rejecting all interference, yearning to return to that primal state. Just as I was overcome with vertigo and sickness, the world shifted yet again. A foul performance relentlessly stabs at me. Thousands of notes penetrate the body, echoing through the whole nest. All city dwellers stand in place, taking in the tidal waves of music. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Burning anguish swells in my heart. It's too hot for me to try and hold it. What lies before my eyes is beyond all belief. It hurts to look. Perhaps this is the kind of occasion that brings a person to bloody tears. Why do I have to be robbed by my mundane happiness the instant I find it? Why was the Pagion I bought crispier than ever today? Sorry, Lapis. I was too late. I remember you saying that you were a fan of the streets of music, so it'd be okay. This tragedy could have been avoided had I found a way for us to move into a nest. The piano had long since ceased, but its sound still stings me. Maybe the performance has never ended in my heart. I'm going to live the rest of my life in regret for this moment, staring at you in helplessness, having become part of the performance, drenched in notes of blood raining from above. This silence. This hell. My knees dropped to the ground, my legs fully bent. It didn't hurt. I am once again touching the cold floor of the laboratory. Dozens of worlds come crashing in and then sweep away in waves. In one instant, I was a fixer at Streetlight Office who had just lost his coworker. In another, I was a director at She Association, sending its fixers to doom. I was a poverty-stricken job seeker in an unrecognizable metropolis, a maestro of the ring, absorbed in beauty. A fixer who faced the tragic loss of his whole family. The despair all my selves carried was unbearably tortuous, and I felt the urge to turn my eyes away from everything and take refuge at the end of the world. But that wasn't to be. There is still too much that remains for me to neglect and hide from. Even though the memories I experienced were harrowing, the pain I felt was proof of the love I held. I see that even if all is fated to disappear without a trace one day, there are so many things that shine while the moment is in your hands. That crossing this vast, harsh wilderness is not an insufferable task thanks to the patches of flowers I find along the way. That was a scent my friends deserved to perceive. They were not meant to be forsaken to such fate in a place like this. Oh shit! He is going sicko mode. He is going sicko mode. What the fuck is happening, bruh? A strength other than ego. Splendid, simply splendid, Garnet. Your sanity is intact and at such a high refraction rate, huh? A strength other than ego. Identity. I heard Jumsoon's voice through the window. I must pull Mr. Stroud out of his chamber and put you in there. You were the brightest gem all along. That mesmerized look I'm sure I had at one point in one reflection is severely repulsive. That was the most disgusting pair of eyes out of all of those refracted that I saw over the window. I've seen many pitiable, desolate, and sorrowful eyes up to now, but that was the one I can't stand. Even a minute's brush of eye contact could engulf me in uncontrollable fury. The experimental data is almost complete. Just a tiny bit more and I can perfect it at last. The glass window. So remember, engrave those moments in my memory. My pain will be forged into a knife that will cut through your heart. My own guilt, combined with the guilt pouring in from my friends laid inside the machines. When I find the determination to keep these feelings with me, rather than try to shake them off. I realize now that although my body is in complete disorder, my mind is able to confront it directly. Yeah, that image is in fact canon. You. And now I declare, adjusting my halved, crumpled mask, feeling the silence that has shrouded me in darkness radiate outwards. You'll die by my hands. In the most painful way imaginable. Holy fuck! What? So I guess this is just what identity is, like we had described to us before, in fucking Limbus, where fucking a person is able to draw upon the alternate realities that they like that exist in the world. I fucking guess. Was out with the dog. What did I miss? Oh, yeah, you know, not much. Not too much happened. Just, you know, identity. Identity. Bruh. This is fucking wild, man. An identity crisis. There you go. As I thought, Yongji was right. Someone in a lab coat entered and broke the silence. Nanshul made way for the scientist. It was a familiar face. The same person seen overshadowing the experiment alongside Jumsoon and operating the machines in the footage Rikako showed me. Identity theft? Yesn't. Wait, was that Lulu? She's important? So, the kid from earlier, Garnet, got blasted with, like, fucking rift dimension shit. And fucking wound up turning into... He, like, experienced a whole bunch of different characters' realities all at once. And he's kind of, like, processed them and turned them into himself. Like, the alternate realities that he could have been in another world. Yes, that image was posted into the spoiler section of the Discord the other day. Judging from his indifference, I suspect Nansul snuck that man in when he and Rikako had first infiltrated the place. That result is a first even for you, isn't it, Asuya? Jumsoon takes a step back so the man she called Asuya could speak freely. His eyes seemed to be locked onto something far beyond his surroundings. It was as if he deemed the incapacitated ring underlings or Rikako's body lying on the floor unworthy of his gaze. I guess that's how they're gonna... I don't fucking know, dude. I am completely lost at this point. The glass window is a technology that can superimpose worlds upon each other, albeit in a blurry state. Even though it's not as stable as the mirror, it's capable of superposing a large number of worlds. His eyes carefully examined my body in detail, scanning through my limbs that have taken different forms, going from the left arm to the right, then my torso, left and right leg, tracing over like a slithering snake. And most of all, the curious stare of his emotionless eyes eventually meet mine and stop there. More precisely, he was seeing the eyes of many different garnets layered over them. Oh. I could see an exotic sparkle in his eyes. Yes, JJ, it's canon. I'm amazed by that man's ability to bear it all. Of course he can. He's a gem discovered by yours truly. Emotions flooding in from all manner of worlds must be fighting for control as we speak, yet he is able to stand his ground without being swept away. His assessment of my current state was accurate. As he put it, my mind was being fractured into pieces, various pain-filled sounds echoing within. Pleased to look at my scars, pleased to see my suffering, raging, crying, screaming in resentment of my adversary, myself, or the world as a whole. Yeah. Hey, Harsey, thank you for the follow. It's much appreciated. Different though they are in approach, all the instances of pain are equal in pitch. With each blink of an eye, I had to withstand moments that removed me from my own self to return here. Asaya nods in marble. Ah, so you have learned how to maintain the focus. I looked up at him. That's why you were able to keep your mind as your own. Despite embracing so many pains, not a trace of your original exterior remains. Oh, okay. His brain is gone. Well, his brain is still here, but like who he was, fucking grade 9 beginner baby fixer, is no longer present. There are still foggy spots here and there, but those can be clarified with no problem. And then, once I do, unable to contain his thrill, he gapes wide. Ultimately, it could become a singularity to surpass the mirror of my friend Yisang's creation. All it took was curving the refraction rate slightly, and the things it achieved. Refraction rate. I've heard that term before. In Lapis's footage, Jumsoon ordered research to raise it far past the normal amount, and that scientist did as she told, in spite of the concerns he raised. Consequently, the children shattered miserably. A higher refraction rate means you yield more of your heart to the glass window, but it allows for more panes of glass to stack. It can only be successful if you master the delicate art of perishing your heart without killing it, like you are doing right now. Yisang mentioned, yeah, Yisang, that's one of the sinners, right? That's either the lazy dude or the scientist one. I don't remember. Meaning the kids who regressed into cocoon forms. Oh, okay. We're faced with as many, or perhaps thousands more, worlds of their reflective selves as I did, and couldn't withstand it. Now tell me, little Jim, how were you able to achieve it without any prior experience? I beg you, young friend. This has the potential to be greater than the mirror technology. My glass window can rise above all its competitors of the same nature. Let's put aside rubbish like the water or the puddle. Such luck-dependent things aren't worthy of being considered scientific. Oh god. Fucking... No, there's two scientists, right? There's Faust, who is like the loud, hi, I'm smarter than you dude, and then there's the quiet one, who's like, I'm smarter than you, but I'm not gonna be obnoxious about it. Also, I hate that we're diving back into fucking L Corp capitalized bullshit again. Ah, yes, the tub and the canister that fills the fucking puddle and the shitty pee-pee poo-poo. The ego will manifest in the distortion of the fucking abnormality and yes, the window and the pane and the mirror and the water and the puddle. Like, god fucking, I hate it here. I fucking hate this esoteric bullshit. Okay. The windows, the refractions, the identity. God, we're going into a whole fucking new system for this bullshit again. I beg you, young friend. Wait, no. Such passion. It really was worth risking N-Corp's pursuit to bring you here, Asea. Streamer is distorting. The pie on the windowsill. The ants in the hill outside. The wind through the trees. The man standing behind you. Don't look. Don't look. He's right there. He's getting closer. Don't look. Fucking hell, man. I'm gonna fucking scream. Jumsoon says, making satisfied eyes at Asea. Ayo? Bucket drawing from the wells of the river of human consciousness. Just fucking... Let me out. Let me out! Why cube is stairs? Why can't cube be cube? Where? Bro, it's fucking... The 7 red suns. Are they all over paradise? All of this disgusts me to the core. Mood, Garnet. I feel that. It's simple. So I decided to give them a piece of insight they seek so dearly. Mustering the strength to get this choked voice out of my throat. I have... What did you say, Garnet? The red gaze hands something over to you. Jumsoon approaches the glass wall to hear me better. To observe me closely for any precious techniques Virgilius might have granted me. What did she expect? All these windows and not a wall to break. True. Except we did. We've apparently peeked through the fucking fourth wall into an actual, like, metropolitan city. Like, what the fuck? That makes me wonder. So I've mentioned this before, but, like, we've only ever heard of the city, and the city kind of goes out to the outskirts. So, what's past the outskirts? Is there anything past the outskirts? Is there a, like, Are there normal ass cities out there of people just living normal fucking lives? Like, maybe he tapped into one of those people during this fucking flashback. Just more outskirts, obviously. Don't ask questions. Like, I'm telling y'all, this has big, what's it called? Deep cut. I read this in fucking 7th grade. This has big The Giver vibes. You know what I mean? Did anyone else read that in middle school? Fucking story about... It's like a dude who keeps memories. They live in a fucking totalitarian, massive, control state, essentially. And they like, keep everyone understanding that there's only, like, this one area in the world. And then if it's like, hey... And so... The kid winds up leaving at the end and, like, trying to get out. And they leave it ambiguous over whether or not he actually gets out. But, like, it's revealed that the fucking... The town that he lived in for the whole story was literally just like a small nation state compared to the state of the entire world, eventually. Like, there's a whole world out there, and everyone else is living life, but, like, this was just a weird bubble of, like, cult bullshit. And so I'm wondering if the city is similar in any way, of, like, maybe there's other fucking nations out there. The area past the outskirts was mentioned by someone, forget who, maybe Xena. Yeah, we know that, like, at least somewhere in there is the dark forest that gave birth to the birds, but I'm wondering if that's also metaphorical. Well, that's shit. Desire to know more intensifies. I need to know more. You can't drop something like that where you just... It really goes to show, it's kind of insane how... The one thing that got me more interested in what's going on more than anything else was a completely fucking mundane shot. Like, not a shot of, like, oh no, it's sweepers, or oh no, it's terrifying underwater spooky monsters, but, like, a dude walking down the street and there's a plane overhead. What did they mean by this? You don't see that shit in the city? Oh, God. Oh, fucking hell. I think the Dark Forest is one of the first places where ego manifested. I think the city is the big social experiment, yeah. My headcanon is that the city has most of humanity in it, like 95 to 99%. Yeah, and they've established that the city is fucking gargantuan. Like, it's absurdly huge. Wuxia novel world scaling. You thought your megacontinent was the only one. I don't read Wuxia novels. I'm pretty sure most of that genre is doo-doo, but, like, fuck, I'm down for nonsense. Like, just give me more. I'm down. Fucking... I don't think that, like, I don't really think it's Wuxia novel world scaling in the sense that, like, oh, this mega continent is, you know, you thought that one was the only one. That's not even Wuxia novel world scaling. That's mostly just, like, MMO fucking people trying to make more nonsense. We're on the best chapter, in my opinion, eh? Yeah, we're fucking, we're theory crafting right now. We're figuring out what the fuck is going on. Because there was that shot of him in a normal-ass city. Not the city. Like, I don't... The city is basically Ravnica, except it's not the whole planet. Yeah, but, like, that's the thing, is Ravnica is the whole planet. Like, there are areas of, like, wilderness, but for the most part, like, my man popped up in Detroit! Like, what the fuck? I don't get it. Was that an alternate reality? Was that somewhere else? Is there a reality where the city isn't as shitty as it was? Like, I don't... Bro, I need more! I need to eat more! Oh my god. But did he become human? No. He played a better fucking video game. Detroit is canon to the Moonverse. I am not used to the city looking normal. Exactly! That's what's throwing me! Ah! Oh my fucking god. I love the series. Okay, let's keep going. We kind of paused in the middle of a very intense moment to ramble about this stuff. Continuing. Junsoon approaches the glass wall to hear me better, to observe me closely for any precious techniques Virgilius might have granted me. What did she expect? Of course I wouldn't possess anything impressive like that. Though he gave me his gladius and coat, I am no longer using either of them. Only, if I had to name the reason why I can bear the crushing weight of countless glass windows, I am going back with them. It's faith. Faith that I'll save Lapis and my friends, and return to the office with Mr. Virgilius. It will keep me secure to the end of my rope. These kids will break free from their cocoons and come back to us. Lapis may be enduring immense pain somewhere here, but she won't let go of that thread of hope. A massive lance handcrafted by Alice Workshop's Meisters falls into my right hand. In the world where I was a color, I knew how to wield that workshop's weapons. After, the memory vividly imprinted upon each fiber of my muscles shaped my posture into the ideal javelin thrower stance. I kill you. Bam! Saying this would be spoilers. You will understand in this chapter. Okay. In that reality, Garnet said his dad, so he isn't an orphan there. Oh, fuck, you're right. Alternate universes will now be called fanfic. There you go. Creating an explosive shockwave, trashing the eardrums, I outstretch my arm in Jumsoon's direction. The lance crashes right into the middle of the glass wall. Jumsoon's brows flinched in response. The wall began to crack around the workshop weapon and fell to bits with a loud crackle. This is rather surprising. This glass can't be damaged by most weapons. I can see Jumsoon's face falling below the between the falling shards. Mild surprise is all you would show. You have no idea how clear and unshakable this faith sustaining me is. You couldn't imagine what it's like when you've lived a life of greed. But my faith is fervent, aflame. With the lance now departed, my bat is in my hands. Its heat burns my palms red, sending a wave of searing pain through the skin. So I find it interesting. This concept is really cool, and it's awesome. But like, what is it gonna do when it meets the light? Or is it powered by the light? I don't fucking know, man. Fucking... But I soon realized that the scorching sensation came from the burn in my heart, not my hands. It is already the light. It has been stated to be a singularity. Okay. But I soon realized... This mark was left when I lost what was precious to me, and it ached as I looked to the quietly flickering streetlight. Then a spark flown from the fiery anguish landed on me. Layers of sorrow gently pile up, adding weight to the heap. Though my mind had wavered, I was able to handle it. That weighty pile of sorrow turns into anger. Speak. My body was propelled to Jumsoon's vicinity in an instant. Speak, damn you! The flaming bat whistles toward Jumsoon's head. The sounds of rushing wind and cracking fire follow after a short interval. Jumsoon turns to the side to dodge, but I won't give her room to breathe. The bat is swung left, right, and then in a circle before flying downward. Yet Jumsoon evades it all with ease. Fucking, she out here running the, he out here running the evade die, dude. She? I forget. Fucking gender neutral. Like, goddamn, man. My brain can't handle this. Isn't this possible because of the light? He has an Impuritas key page, uses an urban myth. Yup. I think he can sustain the identities because of the hope he gained. So it's only viable because of the light that that he has. Yeah, they, them. There you go. Easy enough. Only a lingering trail of flame remains in the space. I can't allow her any quarter. If this weapon won't work, I firmly planted my left leg on the floor, lifting my right leg to swing at Jumsoon. The Maestro's outfit has a flexibility-enhancing material weaved into it, which allows me to deliver a more powerful kick. It was wisdom I earned through Maestro Garnet's window. Tell me how to bring them back to normal! The roundhouse kick caught her by surprise. Her reaction wasn't fast enough to get out of its way. The tip of my foot grazed her side, causing her to stumble. Still, the cocoons. It didn't seem to have left a good impact. Being able to hold so many identities is 'cause of the light, yeah. She slows and turns her eye to the squirming kids inside the machines again. I am overcome with unpleasant and appalling emotions. However, now is the time to suppress them. I close my eyes and reach for the stillness in the dark. Then, I find a red line and grasp it. Oh god. Oh fuck. When I opened my eyes, a red sword was gripped in my right hand. The blade slashed at Jumsoon like a gale, leaving a crimson trace. I attacked with the intention to behead her, but she regained her balance quickly and deftly slipped away from the wall. But I won't miss her this time. Bruh. 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 Bro, my man got Boundary. Boundary. Poggers. I know that reference. Boundary. Boundary. I clap. The sword's direction shifted in a quick twist and headed for Jumsoon's left shoulder. The sturdiness and flexibility of the maestro's outfit meant a sudden slash like this was unlikely to cut through, but in the world where I was a director of an association, I never once failed to slay a target with whom I made contact. Except for 3 out of 4 times when I would fail. An arm lopped off with its shoulder tumbled to the floor. Will you open up after I take your other arm? I was surprised by the way I spoke. I never thought I was capable of saying things like this. Threats or intimidation were usually a job for experienced fixers like Rikako or Denver. Come on. There we go. However, once I gave a lashing from my own tongue, I could see that it was another part of the struggle to stay alive. Alright, sorry, I haven't checked chat. Fucking God. I'm on my reading shit. One moment. The singularity caused him to see and experience hundreds of his own identities in which he had a different life, was just the same person. These identities started to have conflict with each other, and his willpower is the only thing stopping him from breaking down. Yeah, I think this technology finally became possible after the Light release, and the kids were the subjects because they came into contact with Tom Airy release from the library first. Yeah, which means that they were, like, close by when at least some light was getting thrown around. You don't need 25%, we can just shift into an identity where it always connects. Oh, fuck. He isn't overworked. Fuck, you're right. Oh, no, he's busted. The tech isn't really new. They said earlier that they stole N-Corp tech and are now experimenting to push it further. Using the orphans is because Jumsoon wants an art project. So these guys probably tried to use the light of the children too soon, and Garnet was able to mature a bit with the job. Yeah, that sounds about right. I also think, it seems like the N-Corp tech might be what we have, might be what we use in Limbus. Because in Limbus, you're only able to assume one identity at a time. You're not allowed to equip, like, 3 different identities at the same time. So this looks like it's, like an illegal overclocked version of the same tech. And so, our Limbus employees, our sinners, only have the one identity on at any time, whereas this guy has, like, fucking 4 at the same time. Do you believe it's a good idea to use Roland's mindset and abilities after Angelica's death? Yeah, probably not a great idea. They robbed Yi Sang's tech? Okay. Yeah, they mentioned that. And Yi Sang is a sinner, which makes me imagine that they probably have resources from it. Garnet is simply built different, true. However, once I gave a lashing from my own tongue, I could see it was another part of the struggle to stay alive. It wasn't a boastful display of expertise or the symptom of a cold and uncaring heart. To tell you the truth, these cocoons are new to me too. Yi Sang is now much more interesting. Even though she had just lost an arm, Jumsoon's face still maintains an arrogant composure. It doesn't change that she's at a disadvantage, that much was clear. The tide of the battle should have turned in my favor with this. She has to be barely keeping herself up from the amount of blood she's losing, but Jumsoon's gleeful smile won't leave her face. Jesus fucking Christ, y'all. But Jumsoon's gleeful smile won't leave her face her. Calm the fuck down. This is not Roland, this is Garnet. He chose to not break down as Roland in the same situation. Shit. Damn. My dear Garnet, I'm sorry to disappoint your decision, but it's hard not to divert my attention to those curiosities. Don't be ridiculous. Who else could have... At some point, Asaya interrupted the conversation and began talking. It was in complete disregard of the fight that was taking place, or even the possibility that the sword I'm wielding or the other weapons in the scene might be pointed at him at any moment. He continues to talk as if such fears were redundant. At some point, chrysaloid or ovoid transformations such as these began occurring on rare occasions after a failed test. Previously, all the failed subjects would do is shatter to pieces. What are you... It started happening around the second passing of the White Knights, presumably. What is intriguing is that natural occurrences of this phenomenon have also been reported, completely unrelated to our experiments. I couldn't understand. You didn't make them that way on purpose? We? For what? Oh, darn it. Why would we ever partake in the worthless endeavor of encasing precious raw stones in those fleshy sacks? But then, those cocoons. I've yet to hear of any cases where subjects went back to their pre-cocoon state. While there have been attempts to forcibly open the chrysalids, the results were rather abysmal. They seem to undergo a mutation of sorts once Oh, no. Are they about to fucking distort? What? Why are you so apathetic about it? Aren't you saying those kids have no way to go back to normal? Well, it is what it is. This is this, and that is that. Coming right the fuck back in. God damn it, I hate it here. You never know, the metamorphoses might yield even more valuable gems. You mean there really is no way to turn them back? Is that right? No, it can't be. Whatever it takes. Do whatever it takes to turn them back! Oh, fuck. He's going full-on fixer. He's going full-on silence mode. I embrace silence. In my hand is a revolver. Like a skilled hunter, I have complete mastery of this weapon I've never used before. I pull the trigger without cocking the hammer to fire 6 shots. 2 of them manage to land on Jumpsun's upper body, but they fail to penetrate the clothing and bounce off of his as crumpled nuggets of lead. That's so fucking cool. Might be a good idea to put Gone Angels in the background. Yeah, if it wouldn't fucking TOS me, definitely. Here, let me go find a piano cover. There we go. Imagine reloading. My man just fucking junctioned onto the damn, whatchamacallit. He just junctioned into the fucking cowboy from Yomi Hustle. I pushed the cylinder outward to expel the spent casings. My other hand reached for my waist, only to notice that I have no reserve ammo. The gun, having outlived its usefulness, is tossed at Jumpsuit. He is the fucking Yomi cowboy! I see the lance I threw at the glass wall now stuck on the floor. There was no need to think about what to do. I thrust it deep in my enemy's direction. She dodged? No, I won't let her again. A huge hammer is placed in my hands, and it ruthlessly slams into the ground where Jumpsoon would have moved. She stepped back, then the longsword should do it. A blade much taller than my height draws a large arc around the horizon, cutting across the hammer and lance lodged in the floor. More. I still need more. A Ragna dagger in my hand, an Alice gauntlet in my left. I leap forward to see Jumpsoon's infuriating mug, still showing no signs of panic. I jab a plate of steel into it and strike forth an edge of wrought iron. But she evades them. She dodges them all. That slimy crook won't let me hit her once. Why? I should have mastered these weapons, but it feels like my body can't replicate half of my knowledge. See, what you needed to do was put a single defensive dice up front to get rid of her evade dice. I can't stop here. I fling the dagger, aiming for her heart. Alas, it's blocked by Jumpsoon's weapon hand, held with her one arm. I'll need something more effective, something other than the ones I've dropped on the ground. Now I hold my heavy mace. I viciously swing it to drive Jumpsoon into a corner where she can't escape. She's cornered without a doubt. Though I haven't managed to land a clean hit or make her visibly tense, that won't go on for long. The shotgun will do well against a cornered target. A curtain of black and white projectiles shower Jumpsoon's body. Pellets, slugs, occasional flashes, and flames. After emptying the barrel, I toss the shotgun away and summon the greatsword, striking downward from head to toe. Silver casings roll around the floor along with empty shells. The smell of gunpowder rising from the spent ammo blends with the dust from broken tiles and walls, filling the room with odor. My last weapon will be Durandal. It will be her death sentence. With this one final blow, I will end Jumpsoon's life. Alas. Ah. And then what? What's the point when it won't bring Lapis back? Suddenly, a mournful question rings in my mind. Lapis, she who was reduced to piano notes and scattered in the wind. The woman who will no longer turn up even if I wait day and night. The woman who is gone in every sense, leaving not a gentle breeze as she passed. The rest of my life will be shrouded in horrible darkness. Nothing will console me. In my world, gone forever pitch black, sorrow will be the one thing staring straight into me. So it will all be the same, even if I break this string of wrath before my eyes. Nothing will change for me even if I brandish my sword for a better tomorrow, for you are trapped in the past, unable to join me in the present. No matter how far I go, all that awaits will be graves. Durandal didn't come. And at last, as shells are being taken off, I am returned to the man I originally was. The air around me waves with the heat leaving my body. While I kept pulling out weapons to attack with, the burden of my heart grew, and eventually the reflections fell off layer by layer. Done already? Seeing me stop dead in my tracks, Jumsoon raises her weapon with one arm. All that onslaught was for naught. It was helpless against her assault, having lost the strength to fight back. Out of light, he had 0 draw. He's a bit out of order, but he's got heart. If I'm not wrong, this is a direct reference to Furioso. He's going through the same cycle of weapons as he does when Roland uses Furioso. Rip should have picked Red Mist Key Page, dumbass. Yeah, it seems like this is the inherent struggle when it comes to identities. Is that, you wind up in a situation where, you can, unfortunately, fucking completely lose your shit and get consumed by the identity that you are currently possessing and get buried by their own bullshit. What I need is that brain of yours. I promise to show you even more worlds through reflections. Next time we find a fanfic where you're one of the head, God help us. Yeah, well, if you have a mental state as fucked up as Roland, you probably will get fucked up before you can really win. That sounds like ego corrosion. It does kind of sound like ego corrosion, now don't it? I thought I could get back to my feet, but it was no use. My legs were sprawled on the other side of the room, broken and tattered. The lids of the laboratory pods opened one by one, letting out shrieks. I dragged myself along the floor with my hands to take a closer look. I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're fine. Don't worry, all the children is distorted. It's all good. What emerged from the cocoons were neither butterflies nor friends. They were things, doing nothing other than screaming, crawling. One after another, things unknown to me were escaping the machines. Everything crashed to an end. Those beings crying in an... Hold on. Everything crashed to an end. Those beings crying in an unrecognizable language had not an ounce of possible humanity left in them. I get the feeling that I've been through this before. At least a darkly stained garnet behind one of the windows has. The inability to do anything. An endless despair. Overwhelmed by that emotion, I retreated inward. I was subject to constant pressure. The weight of cumulus glass panes finally sinks in. Cumulonimbus? Curses screamed by myself from numerous worlds pressed down on me all at once. Bent, shrunk, and warped was my mind, having nowhere to fall back. I want to regress, back into the void where I would feel nothing. Tack. I'm reminded of that rainy day. Feelings rise up against my will like dead fish floating to the surface belly up. Of course, that unwillingness itself had long diminished. Tack. Creepy and foul music enveloping the city passes my eardrums and drops off into my heart with such force that it could erode. Tack. The suffocating emotions I felt that day constantly strangle me. My friends hid into cocoons. I want to hide as they did. Tack. But then they crawl out. What emerged were indescribable beings. Friends. Plunk. So sorry, everyone. I was too late. Let's stop here. I think it's enough. Alright, that's the end of the stream. He said to stop. What can I say? No, Garnet. This can't be. How can this be? Shouts coming from outside grow faint. I slowly close my eyes, hoping they won't open again. Why must you, of all gems, go inside a cocoon? I hope no one comes looking for me. This will be a comfort I won't give up. Asaya, explain to me, just what is this cocoon, and why does it have to ruin our experiments? Ah, it was so simple after all. It was as simple as abandoning myself. There was no more to it than closing my eyes and leaving my body for hungering sins to feast on. Like that, I curled up in a tiny little world, and inside I faced the fires of guilt, extending an arm to shake my hand. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, well, that's where the official translation fucking ends. Cool. 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 Super cool and fun. GG, shake my hand. GG. GG. Yo, he's on Nothing There phase 2. He cocooning. Yeah, we win. Yay. The next 2 chapters of machine translations kind of suck, but from there it's fine. All right, heard. I'll be real. I think that's a fine point to end off for now. I may do a stream tomorrow where I read some of the machine translated stuff, but for now, I think we are gonna end off just because I need food in my belly and I need to just kind of vibe and hang out. So, you know. Normally I don't stream on Sundays, but given the game drops tomorrow, and it seems like I haven't fucking had a chance to check where the polls that I've put up have gone. But it seems pretty universal that people are like, you should play Limbus the second it fucking drops. Yeah, it's like 12 to 8 votes, which not universal, but still pretty much like, listen, most people want you to play fucking Limbus. So, there we go. We might do a brief stream tomorrow, wrapping this up. We'll see. This is a lot of reading, and I also need to do the voice acting for the part 2 video as well, so that's even more reading. And my poor Whittle voice is strained about as much as it can be, so, you know, the struggle. Yeah. Fuck. Leviathan good. Fucking Limbus is gonna be wild, dude. I now understand so much more about what's going on, and I wish I didn't, because Jesus Christ, this is so much more fucked up. I mean, it's a pretty honestly even amount of fucked up, but still, Jesus, holy fucking shit, you didn't need to go this hard. Yeah, because now we just want more. And hey, conveniently, I waited until the day before the fucking sequel to this comes out, so, you know, here we go. God help us, dude. I'm so terrified for what's gonna happen. It's gonna be such a roller coaster ride, and I'm not ready for it. So yeah, we are all scarecrows. We are all searching for wisdom. Okay. Is there anything else I need to cover? I don't think so. I think we're mostly good. I think that's about it. Yeah. Maybe more of this tomorrow. We'll see. I feel like I'd almost feel a little bad reading the fan translations of this just because it's not out yet. And it can't be their intention to, you know, leave you in the fucking dark, because, like, why would they? But, yeah. Oh, well. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, thank you guys once more for watching. It's been wonderful reading and experiencing this all with you. I posted a link on Library Spoilers page with the links for the rest of the chapters. Thank you. And yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful night. I'll see you again in a bit. Have a good one.